Please forgive me if I do not see myself. These chains that your ghost makes me wear make me feel like someone else. Crushed beneath my heel, wish I wished that you were here. No words can make this real, no sounds that you appear. Your light is dangerous when breathed into me. Your name is a killing word that walks right through me. Your face is 100 prayers of my salvation. Your taste, oh, there are no words but that sensation. Please forgive me if I've taken too much time. Sometimes our words drive us away without a reason or rhyme. Can't make pretty words, I know no poetry. No rights to bring you home, no hope to bring you back to me. Light is dangerous when breathed into me. Your name is a killing word that walks right through me. Your face is 100 prayers of my salvation. Your taste, oh, there are no words but that sensation. Your taste, but there are no words with that sensation.
evening, everyone. I'm Eric Dewey.
And I'm Batman.
And I'm just Matthew.
And we are Socially Awkward. Thank you, everybody, for coming and listening to us tonight. And, hey, we're back.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a little while. It's been like 2 weeks for you guys, and like 4 weeks for me. I missed a little bit of time there due to some illnesses in the family and whatnot. And you guys went to Vegas last weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the weekend before that, you were having a family get-together, and you were moving, Steven.
Yeah, so we are officially in the new studio.
We are in the new home of the Social Awkward Studios.
Until
Yes.
I get evicted again.
Oh. So we got a lot to catch up on.
A lot to
this
cover.
week. A lot of stuff, yeah.
A lot to cover, but before we jump into everything, we need to know, Matthew and I need to know, Eric, where the fuck have you been?
Mostly hospitals and doctors' offices. That's pretty much it. You know how we have the hashtag FroLife? My co-host over at Her Majesty's Secret Podcast has coined the new term hashtag Dewey Life, which is when you spend your entire life in a hospital waiting room. My wife has had some health issues, and unfortunately she had a few flare-ups that caused us to have to go to the hospital. Then we had some mismanagement at the hospital that caused us to have to go back to the hospital again.
That was fun.
A lot of doctor's visits. I actually had to go to the doctor last week for the first time in... actually, the last time I'd been to the doctor was in 2013. I know, because I asked them. I said, hey, when was the last time I was here? And so...
I'm surprised they actually get that on record, because every time I go, they always make me fill out all new paperwork.
They're like,
No, I went in,
we don't remember who you are.
Yeah.
They brought me in. You know how they weigh you? The first thing they do is weigh you. And I was like, oh, hey, I've been losing some weight lately. So, hey, what did I weigh last time I was here? And they're like, oh, well, maybe your records are wrong, but it says the last time you were here was 2013. I'm like, no, your record's not wrong. That's when I was here. But I was about 25 pounds higher then than I am now.
Oh, nice.
And I know that I wasn't at my own. Thank you. I know that I wasn't at my heaviest then. I actually. It's working. This whole I'm kind of breaking my rules right now. Chugging down this carb liquid right now.
But when was the last time you had a nice cold brewski?
So long ago that I'm choking on it.
Yeah, really.
I forgot how to drink, guys. Oh man. No, I've been just cutting back on the carbs in general. I'm not doing the whole like Atkins zero carbs, like carbs are the enemy. Just cutting back.
Yeah, no, that's what.
If I can have something without bread, I'll do it without bread.
There you go.
Instead of French fries, I'll take vegetables. Instead of potato chips, I'll take some kind of vegetable or a pickle or something like that. That sort of thing, and it's worked. It's definitely helped.
Eric's like, instead of a blowjob, we'll take a hand job. Just cut back. Just cut back.
Yeah. You don't want. There's not really. Actually, that would be good and high in protein. So no need to cut that. Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking about your physique.
Your Dewey Life.
Hashtag Dewey Life.
Hashtag Dewey Life. So next time you're sitting in the urgent care waiting room, waiting to be called back, watching the train wreck of life that's in there. If you guys want to say, man, I thought people watching at Walmart at like 1 o'clock in the morning was bad. Try going to an urgent care that's open 24 hours at like 1 or 2 in the morning.
I can imagine.
Holy shit, guys.
I don't know if I want to.
I was like...
Next week, we'll be recording live from
we just show up, set up in the waiting room.
a Desmo hospital room.
It's crazy. So, that's some serious, some people watching there. Also, I've learned more about building stuff in my home than ever before, because evidently every hospital or doctor's office or urgent care waiting room is required to have HGN on the TV at all times. So, like, Flip This House and like all these people who are like, oh, we really want to stay within our budget. We only have $400,000 to spend on this house. So I'm like, you motherfuckers, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so discouraged with the choices we have to make. I really wanted this kind of granite countertop, and I can only get this kind of granite countertop.
This countertop has the finished granite edges. I wanted the natural unfinished edges, but that would cost us like $4,000 more, and that would put us over our $375,000 budget.
So, do you guys ever occasionally tune into the Dave Ramsey show?
I've seen bits and pieces. I don't actually watch it.
No, so like his via KTAR out here. In the evenings. And I sometimes if I'm driving home from the meeting or whatnot, I'll turn it on just because I'm curious about people's finances and stuff, and I get some education on certain crap. a lot of times people call in and they'll be making more than like $100,000 a year. And
bitching about it.
Yeah. And here I am, and I don't comprehend it because obviously I'm not at that level of making that type of money. But I guess maybe if I break it down, it's like, okay, so I have my certain amount of money that me and my wife make, and yeah, you know, we have our lifestyle and we have our finances and stuff like that. But I guess each kind of level bracket you go up, it might be like kind of the same thing because, you know, you adjust to your lifestyle with that type of money. But initially I'm like, okay, you shut the fuck up and hang up, okay? Let's get somebody else, like somebody in my bracket in there.
Yeah, see, I do agree with you on that one because it is true because I'm curious if, like, you build everything around your budget, but then if you make a little bit more money, you get a new job or something like that, then you start going like, well, wait a minute, now I can add this into my thing.
Well, you're kind of in that position.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Now being in, having rent again and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, no, I went to Vegas. And that showed me going, I really got to get my finances back on track. So, not that I was a gambling or anything, that just, everything kind of hit me like I was telling people before I'm going like, everything I wanted to do in my entire life, I seem to be wanting to knock it out all in 1 month, which is a great way to live if you have money to do that. But
or if you're, you know, have terminal cancer and you're going to die in 3 months or something.
That too. But yeah, no, I'm finally getting adjusted to everything. So
it.
It's like I got this paycheck and then I know I get paid again, you know, so I was like, okay, that goes to rent, that goes to this and stuff, and then now I have to do the whole, like, I'm like, oh, I got to go food shopping this
You're like, oh crap, food.
weekend. Well, this is how I realized. I'm like, I'm an adult now. I'm like, I got a steady job. You know, I'm thinking of all this stuff. When I go to the store and I look over, I'm like, oh, I'm so biased. I bought it's on the count. No, it's Avengers cereal. Avengers cereal.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that. So I was eating lunch in the break room yesterday, and one of my coworkers comes in, starts making her lunch, and sits down. And I look over, and I'm like, are you eating dinosaur chicken nuggets?
I love dino nuggets!
And she was like, yeah, I get them for my kid. I was like, no, I'm insanely jealous right now, and I want to be eating your food. So we're just talking back and forth. So I walk in today. She's like, "Did you go and buy dino nuggets?" And I was like, "No, not yet, but I will."
You know where they carry them, right?
They have them at Costco.
They do.
That's where she got them.
So I'm telling you, and they're a much better deal at Costco than they are at the grocery store when they have them. So
next week, guys, we'll be eating dino nuggets on the show.
Hell yeah.
I was like,
those are the best chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Like, I don't know what they put in them. Like, it's probably
dinosaurs.
Crack.
Probably like
derivative or something.
Show me a dinosaur, guys. That's all. Welcome to Dinosaur Park. All we do is treat these and just make dinosaur nuggets.
I hope you like your fossil fuels because that's what you're eating.
No, but yeah, as you were saying, like when you make more money, you change your lifestyle up to that. I know exactly how that goes because when I started working, when I got a management position when I was working for Foot Locker, and started making like almost twice as much as I was making before, I stopped shopping at Walmart and started shopping at Target instead. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's going to happen to me because everything's in my budget right now.
That's the rich man's Walmart.
Everything's in my budget right now, but of course next year, since you're actually at a job and you get raises and stuff, of course I'll make a little bit more. Be like, oh, wait a minute, I can do this, and I turn to Jerry Seinfeld apparently when I do it. But I'm still realize I'm still not an adult because obviously if you go into the bathroom, there's of course the Batman shower curtain has returned people.
Nothing wrong with that.
With a vengeance because there's also now the Batman towel to go with it. So
the shower here. Look,
taking a shower. That's it. I'm gonna go clean myself.
You just hear me humming. I'll just be in the shower. But speaking of Batman, guys, I just watched this right before the show, and you guys saw it earlier today. Evidently, the teaser trailer for Batman v Superman. What are they calling it?
Dawn of Justice, or Fruity Pebbles.
I was going to say Justice Awakens, but that's a different trailer we'll talk about in a little while.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about it. Yeah, a lot of trailers came out.
Well, I mean, Star Wars just came out, so they were probably like, all right, get that shit out, get it right now.
Somebody let this leak, quote unquote, real quick. So as I was telling you guys before the show, I was not really on board with the whole Batman v Superman thing. I was like, kind of like, hey, just give me a Batman movie or give me a Superman movie. This whole them. Well, facing off doesn't really work.
It's so weird. It's like they want them to fight. I'm like, I kind of like it. I don't know about you, but when I used to watch like the old Batman, Superman cartoons, like I love those episodes where they would team up when they work together. Like I'm like, that's always fun. You know, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to team up with my friends. Not like Eric and I going all like out of somewhere like Eric's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this song for the children. I'd be like, no, this like, Steve-O v. Eric, Dawn of Podcasts.
And I'm just sitting here like, fucking not again.
Yeah.
You guys, come on. This is like the
We
third
have to get
time
the
this
Duel
week.
of the Fates music going, though. That's the only, we have to have, if we battle it out, that has to happen.
Do you think like this is the start of like the creating of the Justice League?
Yes.
So eventually they're going to be like, all right, man, you're cool, and do like this Schwarzenegger, fucking Danny Glover, arm.
Basically what happened is, so technically with DC's new reboot of the universe, Batman Nolan did not happen. This is all brand new. The starter was Superman, Man of Steel. So
now he's in Metropolis.
Yeah, basically Superman's doing all this kind of stuff. So basically, how I'm guessing Batman has been established. Like, everybody knows who Batman is. We're hopefully not going to get another origin story, but I wouldn't put it past DC, for some strange reason, DC just likes to kill off Batman's parents as much as possible. Oh, wait, we're doing Batman again? Start from the beginning! Kill that fucker's parents!
Kill the parents!
Just kill him!
Here's the deal. There's a guy who works for DC in the movie division. Name's Jim, I think. He fucking hates Martha Wayne. He fucking hates that bitch. So he kills her every chance he gets.
So yeah, but this one, I guess, it's supposed to. It's kind of working in the whole thing with Man of Steel, with basically, there's an alien on Earth. It's like kind of like how the trailer.
I liked how the trailer. Like, you never really see. Very often, they don't talk about Superman being an alien.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even, they kind of glaze over that fact. Like, yeah, he's from Krypton, but he's human enough. He's just superpowered. Like, he's always treated basically like these human superheroes. And the way they show this in this trailer, they're really focusing on the fact, like, hey, dude is not of this earth.
At first, it shows love for him and stuff. I mean, they erect a statue out of it, and then, they kind of zoom in. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, but I'm going to talk about it anyways.
We're spoiling.
So it's a teaser trailer. You can't really spoil a teaser trailer.
So, that zooms in, and then it's got in graffiti written false god on there. So again, I go back to it. So are we in Metropolis or are we in Gotham? Because why the fuck would Batman be in Metropolis?
I can answer that question.
Please.
So Lex Luthor is going to be introduced in this movie.
Okay.
Lex Luthor, I guarantee
Jesse Eisenberg. He's so much younger than...
Yeah.
What I think what they're going to do is they're going to kind of pull maybe a kind of like a Facebook kind of thing where the guy's young. He built a. I'm guessing that's what they're going to do.
I'm the guy from Social Network.
Hey, you guys remember me?
Well, that's the only thing I think of. That's how they're making this. LexCorp or everything. He built it from the ground up. Okay. He's maybe like a younger kind of guy and everything, kind of like one of those hip things. But what I have a feeling is it's going to make Bruce Wayne come to Metropolis to probably strike up a deal with Lex Luthor. Maybe with Wayne Enterprises, try to get the ball rolling, maybe build some new stuff after the whole destruction that happened in Metropolis to begin with, and then this whole thing going on with Superman and everything that I'm going to have a feeling that Batman's going to show up to start doing some detective work, like he usually does, finds out who he is, Clark Kent, and then kind of finally realizes that while being at LexCorp, that Lex is probably doing something that he's not supposed to be doing. So then him and Batman kind of
trying to take over the world,
kind of thing, because they're introducing Wonder Woman. They're going to introduce Wonder Woman. Aquaman's going to be in it as well. Not like huge parts, but little.
That's right. I forgot about that.
What I like what they're doing is they're trying to do the Avengers move.
Is Aquaman though?
I know, but what the fuck? Just one random scene. They're going to be like, oh, let's just fucking go underwater. And Aquaman's just going to be like,
hi guys,
on his chair.
It'll be Batman and Superman walking the beach talking, going, you know what, you're not such a bad guy, stuff. And then Aquaman pops out and goes, hey guys, and then Batman just goes, shut up, whitefish.
So it's like an elf when Buddy is leaving and Mr. Norwell pops out and it's like, bye buddy, you're dead.
So that's the only assumption I'm going to have here, and maybe Batman is like, this guy's a god, he needs to be taken down, like what's his intentions, who knows what they're going to do. I mean, they're heavily influenced.
There were some scenes in that trailer that made you wonder if part of the whole situation isn't that the power went to Superman's head, because there's a couple of scenes where you see Superman walking down a hallway and all these regular people are kneeling before him, and you don't get a chance to see whether or not he's like, hey, knock it off guys, what the fuck, or if he's like, that's right.
You never know. I mean, he did kill somebody.
Yeah. Well, so they're already taking it out of the realm of normal Superman canon, just with that fact.
It'll definitely be interesting to see, especially with Man of Steel. You did not get that from Superman whatsoever. He was kind of like learning to be who he was, and just very timid and like, oh, Amy Adams, I just want to fuck you, you know, like all that stuff.
And she will be in the movie too, so I'm excited.
So I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Zack Snyder is doing a really good job with it. The only problem I have is DC, I think, is pushing it in a wrong direction. To me, I'm just like, look, Marvel got it. Just fucking rip off. Like, no one's going to be angry at you if you had just ripped off the Marvel model. Like, if you literally gave us a Superman movie, gave us a Batman movie, gave us...
The internet would rag on it so much.
But the internet is ragging on them for what they're doing.
Let's put it this way. Okay.
Everybody, doesn't matter what you do, somebody on the internet...
That's what I'm saying with the internet. I told everybody this. Everyone was bitching, complaining that Ben Affleck was Batman. Oh, I can't believe Batfleck. I go, guess what? Christian Bale could have came back to play Batman in this, and you guys still would have bitched about it. It's like, it didn't matter who you casted, the internet is still going to bitch about it.
Yeah, well, I will admit that I'm happy that Bale didn't come back, especially seeing the Nolan trilogy of Batman with Bale in it, and then to see this, I'd be like,
no, it wouldn't work.
Superman. Where is he? I'm right here. Where is he? You're fucking looking at me.
I'm wearing a bright red suit.
Come on, dude. It's like skin tight. You can see my fucking outline of my dick.
You can see that I'm not Jewish. Right now, you can tell.
Oh, hey, shit. I'm fucking spy.
He's just sitting there on like a perch where Superman's like hovering above, going like, the city looks beautiful. You rattled the cages. Cages were rattled. What?
And again, Aquaman's like, can I just get a break?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
stop throwing trash in my life, my house.
Yeah.
Shut up, Whitefish.
Aquaman shows up with his neck stuck in one of those like 6-pack rings.
Oh,
guys, help me out here!
Shit.
Just Batman and Superman laughing.
I can't fucking breathe.
Use your fucking laser vision, dude. Come on.
Just go easy, don't burn me.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean,
since I'm in the water a lot, I'm pruny.
I mean, they got a lot of good people behind it. I mean, I like the teaser trailer. I was like, okay. I like the line. I like how they're kind of doing like they're not doing, like everyone has to do a Batman voice. They're kind of doing like what they took a page out of Arrow.
Yeah, he's got like he's obviously using some sort of voice modulator, which it makes sense in Arrow for him to do that because he so often has to talk to people that he talks to all the time as Oliver Queen. So
and they're fucking oblivious.
Yeah,
it's like
except that if you actually watch the show, it's like half of the cast, like half the people in that city know
who he is.
And same thing with Flash. Flash, like everybody and their mom knows it's Barry Allen at this point.
Fucking walks in the star. It's like, all right, no, it's on the house.
Yeah. He's I'll take a tall half-calf mocha frappuccino under Barry, and then he gets the cup says Flash on it. He's like, God damn it, guys, come on!
but that's the thing I'm saying. It's like you established already these two characters in the TV series, but you're not going to bring them into the movie series. You're going to get a brand new Flash and everything like that.
That's where I think DC is really
like. That's what I'm wondering. Are you guys doing like Earth 1, Earth 2? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, Marvel is smart, and which we'll definitely dive into Marvel because if you haven't watched it yet, kids, on Netflix, Daredevil.
I need to check this out.
Holy crap. But, so we'll see what happens. I mean, again, we're not going to see anything else until probably the end of the year. This is not coming out until next year anyways, Batman v Superman. But, yeah, they're trying to gear up for the Justice League movie, which I'm excited for, but I'm also kind of like, I think you guys are kind of rushing it, but you're rushing it in a very weird way.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't want to tie in the TV series with the movie franchise. I mean, it's like they took a look at Marvel and said, "Wow, what Marvel's doing is really successful. This is really working. Let's not do that."
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do our own original.
Yeah, and I think and even the Flash have such a big following right now.
Oh yeah,
like. When they do a Justice League movie and the Green Arrow and the Flash are in this movie and they're not the TV characters, people are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but they have time. I mean, they might change their ways. Have they already announced that they're going to do different people?
They already cast it. Not only did they cast the guy who's going to be playing the Flash in the movie, but the Flash did get a director from the Lego movie.
Really?
Cool.
So when he's running, he's going to be like, everything is awesome!
I'm fucking okay with that.
So I'm fine with that. So we'll see what happens with that. Though, speaking of Flash, did you see the one with Mark Hamill?
Yes. Oh, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. It was so great because like they had a scene where you hear him talk before you actually see his face. So I was like, holy fuck, they got Mark Hamill in here.
So I really hope he's a show regular. Like when they bring the
And they
trickster
had
on
him
top
as
of
kind
that.
of a Joker-like character. He was
Well,
the trickster.
Well, he was the trickster in the original 1990 series of The Flash, which is funny because Barry's dad is the original Flash from that series,
Yeah.
and even Barry's mother was the love interest in that. So I think it's kind of funny how they're doing that
Did
homage.
you guys ever see The Flash from the 90s?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Yeah,
The 90s, I did not. I saw Flash.
It was only, I think, there
Flash
were like 4 or
Gordon
5
Gordon.
episodes or something like that.
yeah. It was. I
It
think
was
they.
so good, but at the time the budget was too high to justify it. Like they couldn't.
But
it was so well done.
But it was so weird. They did Fawn. They did the Reverse Flash in that series, but he was blue.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why not the... But speaking of which, okay, so Harrison Wells, spoilers,
Yes.
people, we have talked about this on Long Podcast, but I know Eric and I need to geek out about this. Do we forgive him?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I forgive Harrison Wells,
But
because
not,
now we know some shit.
but not Fawn, but also Edward is related to him, the cop partner.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's really twisted, and I love it.
yeah, they're doing such a good job
It's
with it.
so crazy. Like when we saw that scene where we find out a little bit more, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now things are starting to make a little sense, and so you got to wonder if. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but I'm just wondering: is he still in there somewhere?
Harrison Wells?
Is he in there
He
somewhere?
might be. You never know. But the one cool fight, I have to say, like in the beginning of that episode where it showed Flash fighting the Reverse Flash, if a lot of people, I took notice of it, and I know Kyle, my co-host on Long Podcast, took notice of it, but if you notice the Flash's costume was completely different. He actually had the white with the lightning bolt in the chest, and he actually had all the lightning on him. This time instead of just the suit that he has now.
Right.
So it looks like they're going to be establishing, hopefully, that in the thing. But the reason why I brought up The Flash and DC Comics, because Mark Hamill, and of course we do need to talk about this. This is a huge geek thing.
Nice tie-in. I like it.
Didn't even plan it today either. I'm wearing the shirt. But trailer came out this week of Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Another
And
fantastic teaser trailer.
what do you gentlemen think?
I'm fucking pumped, dude. I've been
Hells
pumped
yeah.
ever since the first fucking teaser of anything.
Yeah.
Screenshot, I was fucking on board. I loved it when they were showing the speeder or whatever going through the fucking desert.
Yeah.
And you got an X-Wing just busted up, and then you go by and the giant Star Destroyers just
You're
like,
like,
oh my
Somebody
god.
crashed the Star Destroyer.
Oh, it looks so rad.
It is awesome.
And BB-8, loving it. I sent you guys
yeah.
Yeah.
They actually did that with practical effects.
Yeah.
I wonder how the fuck they did that. I'm like sitting there watching it, trying to figure out how
too.
they did that, because I'm like, where does it like? Is
I don't know
is
if
that
it has,
top
like,
piece like suction? Does it have like a vacuum in it? That's like
ultra magnets or
suction?
something, or like
magnets? Fucking magnets.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, no, it's just like, it's an actual, like when
It looks like a fucking soccer ball.
like when it first came out, everyone's all like, oh, it's CGI, or it's like something, but they're like, no.
And then those guys came out and said, "Fuck your CGI."
Yeah.
we got it right
That's
here.
the thing,
It's
like,
better for the actors to interact with it.
Yeah,
and stuff.
J.J. Abrams has he's used as less he tried to use not so much screen as little as possible. He's like, I just want to use like, you know,
You know what that is, right? That's a giant middle finger to George Lucas.
Yeah, it is.
That's what that is.
Well, he wants to make it like the original ones were made, you know, where they had the cool, like, people built this stuff, the models, the explosions, all that kind of things. And like he was saying, he's like, I want to do as many things as possible with actual makeup, you know, nothing with CGI unless I have to. Like an X-Wing flying, it's easier to probably do it with CGI than it is to actually have people build these models and stuff like that. But
Here's what I want: practical effects and lens flares.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Get those things
I mean,
together.
just the opening, I like it where it's just like you see the helmet of Darth Vader and the skull
Yeah.
inside
Oh,
of it.
man.
Them talking, you hear Luke Skywalker talking. It's like, my father had it, I had it, I have it, you have it. Kind of talking about the Force.
But I do have to wonder about, okay, why would the skull be inside the helmet of Darth Vader? Because he died with his helmet off. But anyway, okay, I'm not going to... No, it was a cool scene, and I didn't think about it until right now when you said it, so...
Well,
forget
also,
about
didn't they
that.
burn his body too?
Well, yeah, of course. Well, that's part of their... That's part of their tradition.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like...
But would they really put the Darth Vader helmet back on him?
I don't know, man.
Because he was redeemed at the end. He cast aside the helmet. Anyways.
Oh, actually, or maybe
I'm sure we'll learn
or
about
maybe
it.
afterwards, Luke was just like, "You kind of look better with this on."
Did not realize how fucked up he looked. I'm going to put the helmet back
This
on.
guy looks like he got his arms and legs like burned off in a.
Guys, if I ever start looking like that,
And a hot
give me a
lava-
fucking helmet.
No, he looks like he was in a really bad movie at one point.
Or 3.
Oh, man.
2.5, because I would say that episode 3 was half good.
Yeah, I enjoyed episode 3 at the end.
I mean, I enjoy. I'll be
Yeah,
honest. I
when it
enjoyed
ended.
watching the prequels. they let me down for sure from my expectations, but I enjoyed them. But episode 3 was awesome. I love it.
I still
Not as good as the first original trilogy.
Well, okay,
no, but
I'll put it this way: cinematically, like graphics,
Yoda kicking
all that
ass?
kind of, yeah, Yoda kicking ass and stuff. I think I look at it more of the fact that it's just like you basically told us all this stuff in the originals, and then when you showed us it, you basically kind of just lied to us because it's like Clerks said it best. Clerks cartoon show where Randall had George Lucas on the stand, and Randall's like burning.
I want my $8 back.
He's all like, he's like in Star Wars, you had Obi-Wan Kenobi telling us like, when I met your father, he was a great pilot, and Phantom Menace, he's a little boy. Like, what's the deal with that? I want my $8 back.
Well, to be fair, he was 8, but he was
$8.
a good pilot. You saw it.
Well, the show did come out in like 1999.
They went in for a matinee.
But then a
senior discount.
But then I love
with a student ID.
I love that.
And a coupon.
Yeah. Here's my student ID.
Here's my student ID. Here's my military ID. I'm also a senior citizen.
So,
Can you help me out here at all?
Want to know
$8, huh? Okay.
Want to know the new villain
In
in the new Star Wars?
it's Darth Revan, isn't it?
Darth Vader.
Darth Raven? Raven or Ravon?
I thought it was Ravon. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I've only seen it. It's obviously a Sith Lord.
Ravon.
It's a Darth.
Cool ass helmet though.
Yeah, no.
So he must be the dude that has the lightsaber that has the two sticking out like it's a fucking medieval sword.
I don't understand why that got so much hate when the trailer came out. People were like, why would you have it?
I fucking freaked out.
I was like,
I thought it was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it.
Like, if I was choosing my own lightsaber, I don't think I'd choose that particularly.
No,
but it is really awesome.
No, it's okay.
I like it.
Okay,
I'm on board.
There's a reason real swords have a hilt like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Thank you. I was
you know there's going to be like a cool,
Thank you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't you think there's going to be like a cool fight scene where you can actually have them do this and like him, it's on the hilt and they're just like sitting there doing that whole like they always do in like medieval. Like
that's what always got me when they were doing the lightsaber fight scenes and they do that cross swords and then like be stuck. I'm like, why do if all you have to do is shift weight just a little bit,
yeah,
take off their thumb.
Well,
this guy's lightsaber can't do that.
So what if it has technology where it can like transform? So rather than having the long saber in the middle, you can take it off and do like a short one, like a fucking saber dagger or some shit.
Ooh, just even
Awesome.
That'd be sick.
What I don't understand is
or he flips it around. It's like, I have a pogo stick now.
Jesus, that's
I don't think is fun with this one.
I'd get up and walk out. Like, damn right, I take my popcorn with me.
Matthew just flips like a table. He's like, I'm done.
I'm taking this with me because I'm going to.
Damn it, Steve is right.
But yeah,
I'm the real Phantom Menace.
Okay, all right,
we're done.
All right, yeah. Seriously,
there has been some really interesting stuff online that I've seen as far as lightsaber technique options that we have not seen used. Like people using it's pretty obvious that you can turn it off and turn it back on. That's something you can't do with a regular sword. So there were some people who had done up some drawings of some interesting techniques that you could use that to your advantage. Where you've got that you're crossed with them, whatever, and you shift your weight, turn off your lightsaber. They go stumbling this way because all of a sudden there's no pressure, and then you come up and
yeah,
or for actual
nobody ever thinks about that.
The force to be like, I'm just going to stand over here. I'm going to use the force to bring my lightsaber up over behind you, and then turn it on and shove it up your back or something like that. There's some interesting stuff. I'd love to see them use some of that.
It's like a Mortal Kombat vitality.
Yeah.
Finish him.
Watch wins.
Exactly.
Using
It's pretty awesome. But
so
that trailer looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
great. It's going to be good. Looking forward to that. I don't know if anybody saw the new Ant-Man trailer.
You know, I heard about it and I saw a preview of it, but I did not click it. The GIF I saw was he jumping out of the gun and like kind of doing a flip over and running along the barrel.
Yeah.
Right as the bullet's coming out.
Yeah.
That's the only GIF I saw.
Yeah, we got to see a little bit more of Yellow Jacket. Which is kind of cool. His suits looks. They actually they did some stuff where they're really building towards a little bit. They're going to have a lot of good like humor with it, I think, because there's a part I guess they're fighting in like a kid's room.
Okay.
So they're shrinking down to size and everything. They're literally like fighting on a train, but it's like a kid's train, and it's great because the one guy falls off, and you see it's Thomas the Tank Engine, and the one guy's all like, like about to get hit, but literally the train hits them and just like falls off the track because they keep their same like weight, density and everything. So it was just kind of funny because you see the guy like, then it hits and the train just falls off the track. So I was like, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then they did a really good joke where Paul,
Mr. Hat.
yeah.
No, Mr. Mr. Conductor?
Conductor. Was it Mr. What was his name? It was Ringo Starr.
Mr. Top Hat.
Was it Mr. Top
There was
Hat?
Mr. Top Hat was like the real rich dude, and then obviously Ringo. Was it Ringo Starr? George Carlin did it for a while.
Yeah, George Carlin did it, but I know Ringo Starr did it. The conductor. No, we just dived into some childhood.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, now I'm trying to figure out what his name was. Maybe it was just the conductor. I think it was just called the conductor.
I thought Mr. Top Hat was in there, but
Was it
Mr.
Thomas? Thomas the Tank Engine.
yeah, we're talking about Shining Time Station.
But they had a good line in it where Paul Rudd's character's all like, he's like, look, I want to turn over a new leaf. I don't want to break in any more places and steal stuff. He's like, so what do you want me to do? And Michael Douglas is like, break in, and I need you to break in and steal some stuff. So it's kind of humorous there. So I can't wait to actually kind of see how Ant-Man's going to fall into the Marvel Universe, and then is he going to be in the next Avengers? Is he going to be in the next other couple of movies coming out? Civil War, so forth and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was pretty funny. So I was like, okay, I'll give it another. I mean, that's what's kind of happening now with these new trailers. They're kind of giving you a little bit more where I'm just kind of like on the fence, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll go see it. Really though, talking about Marvel, what came out last Friday, Netflix original series decided to finally hit Marvel up for 4 different series that they're going to do. Daredevil was the first one out of the gates. The next one is going to be Jessica Jones, I believe. Then they're going to do a Luke Cage, and they're going to do an Iron Fist, and then we're going to get a series of the Defenders at one point.
So all those that you just named off, are they the Defenders?
Yes.
Okay.
So, of course, Daredevil came in this weekend.
That's him and Luke Cage are the only ones I've ever heard of.
Yeah, Iron Fist and Luke Cage work a lot. Iron Fist is like kind of like a ninja kind of thing. Jessica Jones I'm not too familiar with, but they are adding a lot of people to the cast. In fact, actually, I think one of the old doctors is going to be playing the blue or the purple man.
It's got to be either the other ones are way too old. So
I think
Smith is still pretty young, but it would have to.
I think it's not Eccleston. I think it's Tennant.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
He's the biggest of them outside of the Doctor Who universe, I think, because he's also been in
Broadchurch.
And
this is just recently Broadchurch, and then
he was in Harry Potter.
He was in Harry Potter. He was in Fright Night.
Who was he in Harry Potter?
Harry Potter. He was that. I can't remember his character's name, but he was one of the Death Eaters that was working inside of Hogwarts.
I had no idea. Well, then I just realized. But then again, I just realized I found out that he was in Thor: The Dark World. So,
Fright Night, was that the one with
remake with?
with Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah. I did not see that one.
You didn't? No, he was in there. He was like the rock star.
Oh yeah.
But he actually played a fucking really funny, good role in that movie.
I like Colin Farrell, like as an actor. Like I know he gets a lot of hate.
I'm just talking about Tennant's character in it.
Yeah,
but Farrell's cool.
No, Colin Farrell actually. That was like in
Colin Farrell's bullseye into the new Daredevil universe.
Yeah, we'll see. I know they won't. Well, this is the thing I found out. Anybody who pretty much becomes into the Marvel universe, that's them in the Marvel universe. Like they cannot be casted as anybody else outside of that Marvel. Like they can outside of the Marvel universe, but inside the Marvel universe. So basically, the guy who is playing Daredevil, something Cox.
Sorry.
They were talking about a lot on the thing, but yeah, no. It's funny. He comes out, has a really shitty costume. But it's funny because right when Daredevil shows up on your Netflix, it shows the Daredevil costume that he's in. You're like, whoa. So they're really playing it where this is the start of everything. I think they did a great job with the first episode where it just kind of brings you in under this kind of like, oh, we're going to have to drag this out for a bit. Like, not even holding back. They're like, boom, this is it. And it's pretty great.
Origin story.
Eric, I think you're really going to like it. I've only seen the first episode, and obviously you guys know me. You guys know way more about this shit than I do, but I'm on board, man. I thoroughly freaking enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I mean, you even get side boob, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I'm on board.
There's surprisingly
not just because of the side boob. That's a plus.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. Like it even gets like you've only seen the first episode. Like I'm just gonna say this: the second episode, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this fucking shot, this fight scene that happens in it. It's probably
the hallway, right?
Yeah, the hallway shot.
Yeah, I've heard,
I found out how they did it, like with the whole thing. That currently they had a camera on the roof and stuff is just so interesting. But just seeing how, like, because we're so used to seeing like superheroes and stuff, and even like Batman, he kind of can hold his own and everything. But this is like you actually see this guy taking punches, giving punches, but like you kind of see him like getting like worn down. And just saw like how does he just keep going at this point? But
I also like that they reference the attack from the first Avengers movie, and they call it Hell Day.
The Incident.
The Incident. Thank you.
You're thinking everything takes place in Hell's Kitchen, though. But.
Hell's Kitchen. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I freaking like that. Froggy.
Yeah, he's great.
That guy. I've seen him in other things.
And he was in the Butterfly Effect. He played.
Yeah, he was a little kid.
Yes.
And, yeah. Okay. It's good.
Yeah,
I think you're really gonna.
And
like
it's
it.
cool because I guess I heard about certain stuff where you find out why he does the stuff that he'll do in certain points, and you're kind of like, okay, cool. Because I guess at one point, like you realize is like this is when he realizes like I'm gonna need some protection. Like on my body, as opposed to just what I'm running around in. So
fascinating.
Those punches kind of hurt.
I never saw the Affleck movie.
Affleck, it's weird. Like I hate the Affleck one just because, and it has nothing to do with Ben Affleck or anything like that, or it just has to do with like they use CGI in like the stupidest places. Yeah. Like it was like I gotta jump over this building, CGI it. I'm like, but it's literally this far apart. I'm like, was
a
it
clever cut could have a clever cut and a little bit of wire work could have done that. I liked full disclosure.
I heard the director's cut is really good though.
I enjoyed the Affleck Daredevil movies, mostly because of Colin Farrell's Bullseye.
Thank you. Like I was just going to ask you, is Daredevil Bullseye?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bullseye was in Daredevil.
Yes, that's what I mean.
It's worth watching just to see Colin Farrell's Bullseye.
Okay.
Because he pulls off that character so brilliantly. If you've ever read any of the comics with Bullseye in it, like Colin Farrell nailed that character.
Yeah.
Like the scene where he literally kills a woman because she was annoying by flicking a peanut off of like 15 different things and choking her with it. Like, that's Bullseye. That's what Bullseye does. Yeah. He's fucking insane, and he's also like the most ridiculous shot in the world. Like, he can kill anybody with anything because he can aim it perfectly.
Yeah.
And the scene where he misses because Daredevil made him miss, and he's like twitching like, you made me miss. Like, that's Bullseye. That's the perfect Bullseye.
Yeah.
Everything else about that movie was meh.
Yeah,
but Bullseye was spot.
Has Bullseye shown up in this?
Bullseye is actually not going to be in the first season. They are in talks with bringing him into the others in the next couple. Like,
do they not have rights to the character right now?
No, it has nothing to do with that. They're just how basically what they're doing is actually
because who made the Daredevil movies? That was
it was Fox owned Daredevil, and then they lost the rights to it, and Disney has Daredevil now back, so they own everything that's.
But do they have everything associated with Daredevil and Elektra?
Yes,
and Bullseye?
they actually do make a reference. So. They make a reference to Elektra.
Do they?
At one point, the guy's all like, "Yeah, what happened to that Greek girl you were seeing?"
So when Fox had Daredevil, they didn't have anything going. See, I really want Bullseye to pop into the Deadpool movie because Bullseye and Deadpool have a thing that's fucking awesome.
I don't know yet. As far as I'm concerned, it looks like he was not going to be in the first season, but he will be showing up hopefully sometime. But I mean, they did some stuff in this first season that I was surprised they did. Like there's the hand. That group that was basically the Foot Clan. Well, was basically that was the Foot Clan was based off of, but they already had like one person from there that shows up in an episode. You're like, wait, what? So, but what's so weird about this instead,
so it's like Gotham shit.
I would say it's like Gotham, but I say it's doing a lot better than Gotham right now. And I've only seen like 6 episodes.
Gotham was like going really strong.
Gotham's back already.
Episodes. I'm caught up with the current episodes.
I haven't seen the episode that just came back.
It's all right.
I mean, I enjoy Gotham.
No, I do too. But
I record it. I watch it when I have time.
Yeah. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not. The last few episodes, I don't think were as good as the episodes prior to that. And I don't know. I can't even put my finger really on
season prior to that. Like Well, I think they kind of. I know.
The last episode was really good.
This is what we do.
Superhero TV is the topic of the afternoon.
I mean, with Gotham. They just they started focusing a lot more on Fish Mooney and that storyline because obviously that she's gone, she's coming back, she's going to overtake Maroni and shit like that. But they
how far are you along right now?
So I'm caught up to when it went on break.
Okay.
So I know one episode's been on since.
So you saw the whole.
Oh yeah,
the eye thing.
Yeah, and I thought that was great.
She's like my impression of Daredevil.
It's like I'm having Daredevil right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, holy crap!
That was awesome.
I thought that was great. I want more.
I love the fact that they brought what's his name, Jeffrey, I think Combs, the guy who played the
Alfred's buddy.
No, the guy who played the doctor, not the doctor, but like the doctor's assistant in the place where Fish was. that creepy guy.
Oh, yeah.
You saw him afterwards, right?
Yeah.
You saw what the doctor did to him?
Yeah.
That guy's name, I think, is Jeffrey. It's Coombs. Anyways, that guy's been 50 different characters on the Star Trek series.
Oh, yeah?
From Next Generation through, he was Wei-Un in Deep Space Nine through a bunch of different seasons, and then he played an Andorian on Enterprise. He's a fantastic actor, and I was like, oh, he's the guy!
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So we'll see. I have to catch up on Gotham, so hopefully we'll do that this weekend. But no, I highly recommend it. I will say this though: make sure you set some time. Time to not do anything if you put on Daredevil, because I have a feeling I'm gonna watch I'll watch the first episode.
I'll watch one.
Now, since you can binge watch an entire series.
I love Netflix.
It's pretty bad because
For
you
just
sit there.
that reason.
You sit there, and it's funny because like at certain points you'll hear the Kingpin's voice. You don't even see the Kingpin until the end of one of the episodes.
Oh wow!
And then he's finally in it. But the guy who's playing Wilson Fisk, who's the Kingpin, the guy used to be on Criminal Intent as Law and Order and whatnot.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio.
I will say this: this is the first Kingpin that you're like, I actually kind of like this character. Before he'd show up, he'd be like, "Oh, Spider-Man, oh."
He's like the big fucking
the big bald guy,
mob boss.
But how this guy is playing him, and then when you finally see him lose it, you're like, holy shit! He is playing this character a completely different way. But what I like about this series is basically they just stick to characters, but all the storyline is a brand new storyline. There's nothing they're taking stuff from the comics, but they're not taking any story from the comics. So you're getting a fresh new start, all this new thing. So I highly recommend it. I'm on episode 6. I started, and I can't stop. And even what was it, Rosario Dawson? Rosario Dawson.
Rosie O'Donnell?
She's in this? Yeah, she's in it.
Oh, badass.
The girl from True Blood is in it as well, who played one of the young hot vampire chicks.
Huh.
She's
Deborah Ann Wall? Is that the redhead?
Yes.
She plays Karen Page? I'm just looking right now.
Is she the main girl.
Yeah,
so far the main girl.
Yeah. So it's
did you see? Yeah, side boob. That's side boob girl.
Yeah. So they have a lot of people in it, and there's so many parts in that show where you're like. So I will say this though. I will not recommend this to kids just because it is pretty violent. Mm-hmm. There's, I would say, arms breaking, bone snapping,
do they have
blood.
It rated?
It's as far as I'm concerned,
it's TVMA. I don't think it's actually MA. It's probably 13 or something. I don't know. I'm taking a look at the IMDb page. According to the IMDb page, it is TVMA.
Oh yeah, there is.
This is right up there with anything you find on HBO, Game of Thrones.
It's really
sort of thing.
And how it's shot too. It's very it has a gritty look to it at some point.
I love the fact that they're able to do these gritty, dark comic stuff and pull it off.
Well, I will say this.
I hope they don't try to do every single comic movie and TV show in that way. I love the fact that you have that juxtaposition, especially even with DC right now. They've got Arrow is darker and grittier and more intense, and Flash is a little bit more fun, a little bit more.
Actually, that's what Marvel is doing. So,
and I love that conflict.
So Daredevil I would say, is probably very dark compared to a lot of the other Marvel stuff. But the next one that's coming out, Jessica Jones, is actually going to be almost like a noir kind of feel to it, and so on and so forth. So even Luke Cage is probably. I have a feeling that Luke Cage is probably going to have a lot of humor in it because that's the kind of guy he is. If you guys aren't familiar with Luke Cage, obviously he's the guy who's kind of like Wolverine, where he's super strong, but he can heal himself.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some humor with that, where the guy just stabs. He's going "Are you fucking kidding me?" kind of shit. And then Iron Fist. I don't know how that's going to go because Iron Fist is very zen, the character. So it might just be like Kung Fu. That old series.
David Carradine to play him. Too soon.
But it's
if you're gonna jerk off, be safe. Don't choke yourself.
Yeah, or have a professional.
Have somebody stand.
Have someone spot you. Come on.
Yeah, you spent all that money.
Yeah, I got you.
You turned all that Kung Fu money, all that Kill Bill money, and you couldn't find somebody to spot him while he's jerking off? Fuck, man.
I know you're really enjoying yourself, but you might want to lay off a little bit. Yeah, hold on. Let me just give you a hand.
Yeah.
They got paint samples. They're like, when he turns this shade of blue, I'm supposed to resuscitate him.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend.
We got kind of dark right now, guys.
Highly recommend Daredevil on Netflix.
You got a little dark.
And we'll go from there. But so Marvel again kicking it out of the park, and of course May 1st is Avengers: Age of Ultron, which I will say this. I haven't cared about a villain in any Marvel film really. Like there's some good ones, but like Loki pretty much is like on top, and then now the Kingpin has shown up. I'm thinking he's kicking Loki's ass right now, but I'm trying to see, will James Spader bring life to Ultron?
Spader is just so... Are you watching Blacklist?
No.
You got to check out Blacklist, dude.
I have to watch the first season.
Yeah, dude, go back and watch... I think the first season's on Netflix right now, so you should be able to go back and get... Are you watching Netflix? Are you watching Netflix? Are you watching the Blacklist is what I'm asking. Oh, you should. It is fantastic, and James Spader makes that show. Like...
Yeah.
His character is fucking fantastic, and fucking Spader, man, I've loved James Spader since fucking Stargate.
I loved him too, and
the first one.
And even when they
got those glasses on, man.
Hells yeah, dude.
Well, even when you hear his voice, it was like,
love Stargate.
I'm like, that guy sounds familiar. Who's that? I was like, oh, they got James Spader to the Ultron. So I'm like, everything he's saying and everything he's doing is kind of like, all right, so that might be, we'll see. I mean, like, you haven't really had a really good villain since pretty much Loki is kind of like the top on Marvel's like stuff right now. I mean, Red Skull was really good, but when is he coming back? I mean, he just kind of fell into an abyss. Spoilers for people who haven't seen Captain America: The First Avenger that came out a long time ago. But, so I think Marvel's knocking it out of the park. I don't know what DC's planning on doing, but even Preacher finally got their lead, and that is going to be a new AMC series that's based off of the comic book called Preacher. Apparently, Seth Rogen... is producing it because he's a huge fan of comics and stuff like that.
All right.
Preacher? Yeah, Preacher.
I think I've read a couple of the graphic novels. I don't remember them rightly.
I don't know what that is.
But speaking of comic TV, the other one that's out right now that you can catch, I guess, if you have the PlayStation Network.
Yes.
Or if you go to the deep dark corners of the internet like kick-ass torrents like me. Powers.
Yes.
Which was a fantastic comic. Did you ever read the Powers comics?
I never got a chance to read it. It's funny, how I found out about Powers is actually there's a poster in my bedroom of Jay and Silent Bob of Bluntman and Chronic, which I own that copy of that comic, which was drawn by the guy who did Powers. So when I'm flipping through going, like, I absolutely love this artwork, and there's like, here's some other books that he had, but every time I went to go look for these books, like, no one had them. So
gotta check out the trade paperbacks, especially the first arc, Who Killed Retro Girl. Fan-fucking-tastic. Just absolute top-notch writing, artwork, everything. Absolutely fantastic. Have you checked out any of the Powers series, Matt?
Not at all. No.
You should. Check it out.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, basically, is this just a normal cop that has to deal with...
What it is it's set in a universe in which, obviously, we have powerful we have people who have powers, and they are called powers. That's what they're called. They're not called heroes or mutants or metahumans. They're called powers. It's centered around a cop who is a detective in the powers division of the police department. So they have the regular police that handle the regular people, and then they have a special division that handles crimes that are committed by or against powers. And then you find out later on, now in the comics, spoiler alert, you don't find out that this particular character used to be a power who lost his powers into like the second arc of the series. In the TV show, they bust that cherry right up front. Everybody knows that he used to be the Diamond.
Well, I was going to say that because even I knew that because I saw a teaser trailer about it.
Yeah.
And he was standing on a rooftop, and it was like looking at him, and he was in his cop uniform, and it pans around, and then there's actually people flying and fighting.
Yeah.
In the sky, and all of a sudden, like, he changes and jumps and starts going after him.
Yeah, there's a scene in the very first episode, and spoiler alert, I guess, but there's a scene in the very first episode where he kind of forgets for a moment that he doesn't have powers anymore. He sees something going on away from him, and he like literally runs out to his balcony, takes his jacket off, and it's like up on his rails before he realizes, oh shit, I can't fly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then there's another scene where he literally jumps after somebody who is falling off a roof, and like again he reaches them, he's falling, they're literally about to die, and that's when he's like, oh crap, I don't have powers, and some other power comes and saves them, and he's like, and they look at him and they go, what the fuck are you doing? I don't have powers anymore.
Did they ever get into that story in like the comic book where does he ever get his powers back, or he's just kind of like this? There's no powers Viagra for this guy, or
powers.
There are some spoiler alert again, and this is all. I've only seen the very first episode of the show. They're kind of jumping in almost where the comics left off, but not. They're not like continuing that exact storyline. They're doing their own storyline, but they're starting it much later. Retro Girl's already dead, long since gone. And right now what they're dealing with is there's a group of people who are selling a drug that is supposed to enhance people's powers. So people who have powers, if they take this drug, it enhances them. And people who don't have powers, or if they have latent powers that they don't know about, and then they take this drug, it enhances it so they can find out. And so there's this group of groupie kids who are always hanging around trying to pretending they have powers or pretending to be powered, and it kind of centers around this first episode so far. It's like they're trying to figure out what's going on because this one guy who is a power, but one of the older ones, is killed, and they determine that he's got this drug in his system. So they're trying to figure out what's going on, and it's kind of it's definitely very adult. Again, not for kids. They talk about in detail. They have one of the main characters in the first episode is this girl who's literally blowing every power she can get her lips around. Because she's heard that if she swallows the semen of a power, that she might get powers herself.
Man.
There's no proof to that fact whatsoever, but the powers who let her do
I got
it...
powers, see my symbol? That just looks like you just used the Sharpie. Shut up!
Suck it.
I am sucking man.
But yeah, so it's pretty graphic in that respect. I mean, they don't show the actor or anything, damn it. But
that's cool. Now this is you can find this on the PlayStation Network. I remember them advertising that, which I thought was kind of weird. That is Sony just trying to do their own content now.
I don't know what that's about, but I know
they have
it popped
a television or original shows.
Yeah.
Whatever
Original content.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Hey, more power to them.
Can't talk.
No, I think it's cool. And like I said, like I told you guys before the show, I think it seems a little low budget compared to things like Daredevil or even Arrow and The Flash, and definitely like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and things like that. It definitely seems like it's lower budget than that, but it doesn't come off as too cheesy. It's really interesting because I don't know exactly what I was expecting going into it, but I know that what I got wasn't what I was expecting, but it was still good.
Now the funny part is I know FX actually passed on this series. So
FX is a bunch of idiots anyway. What they had to make room for another episode of the Man Show or something? What the fuck is?
I mean,
FX
look what
playing?
they're getting in. They just came out with Bloodline, Daredevil. House of Cards just came back. So, I mean, I think Netflix is doing pretty good.
No, he's talking about FX.
Oh, FX.
Oh, yeah. No, not
FX.
Netflix.
What are they playing?
No, FX passed on Powers. No, Netflix. I'm pretty sure if Powers probably was presented to them, they probably, fuck it, would take it.
Actually, Netflix is coming out with a show that has Billy Crystal and Josh Gash.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Josh Glass.
I forget.
It's like a comedian show.
Yeah, something like that.
Two comedians on this show, and it's about their lives on and off the screen.
I'm going to take a look and see if he's got anything pending in his IMDb, so I know what
Who's
he's
that?
talking about.
Billy Crystal?
You said Billy Crystal, right?
Yeah, Billy Crystal. Yeah, I remember seeing
Which? No.
Also,
the comedians?
The comedians,
yeah.
the
comedians.
Also, well, they probably saw how good...
Jesus, I can't not talk tonight. Debuting in a...
Well, they just had Louis just came back, didn't it?
Did it? Shoot, I'm not
back.
fucking paying attention.
I only know that the last season came back on Netflix.
Thank you, Gad. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I don't know Netflix. I'm trying to remember what did Netflix. Netflix are another season of Arrested Development will be coming back. They signed on for that, but it's like I'm trying to remember what was their first I think it was House of Cards. Was their first original series?
Netflix original? No,
it was Lilyhammer.
Lilyhammer, that's right. Okay,
and didn't Orange is the New Black come out before?
I think House of Cards came out before.
House of Cards.
You know what's interesting? You know how they came up with the idea for House of Cards?
No, go.
This is what they did. They basically took all their data from all the shows that people had watched, all the movies that people watched. They kind of compiled all their data, and they essentially compiled it down to say, okay, people like political dramas, and people like Kevin Spacey. So they got Kevin Spacey to be in a political drama.
Yeah.
and it fucking worked for them. They did exactly what they wanted to do.
Well, that's the funny part with
that is crazy.
Netflix. They are actually doing that with all the shows and stuff like that, because now they're actually doing a brand new Full House.
Fuller House.
Yeah, Fuller House.
And I heard
serious?
that. Oh,
For real? That's not a joke?
Spin-off, yeah.
And I hear Bob Saget and both John Stamos
Are coming
are
back.
coming on it.
Both John Stamoses?
Bob and I told you, man, I can't talk to me.
What about Cut It Out?
I didn't hear about Dave Coulier.
Well, he's on crack now.
What's he doing? How could he turn down any job?
I don't know.
Like, people are like, hey, Dave,
come back.
Hey, Dave, I will pay you $5 to
Actually,
make a
honestly, he does a lot of voice acting.
Is
Oh,
Jesse?
fair
Did
enough.
she tag on? No, Jesse is John
Jesse
Stamos.
is-
DJ's on, and her friend who played Kimmy.
Oh, Kimmy.
They're on because
She
it's
just
supposed to
prayed
be.
about it, and God told her it was okay to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, apparently it's actually the show is supposed to be revolved around them grown up.
Is it about them? Is the first episode them sitting
Don't tell
down
me
with
they
Mary
live
Kate
the- they live
and
the house.
Ashley
They
and
probably do.
having an intervention for their crack
It's like Girl
addiction?
Meets World.
knows?
Man. Girl Meets
Well,
World.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's that's what's happening. So we'll see what happens with Fuller House. But Netflix, honestly, I have not.
That's a thing?
I have not.
You guys aren't fucking
Yeah,
with
dude,
me?
you can look
I
it
have
up.
not tuned into Netflix like original series and being disappointed. Really, I've kind of enjoyed a lot of the stuff they've thrown out there. So, and even Hulu.
The only one I didn't like that I checked out, or I won't say I didn't like it, but I thought it was a little slow for my taste, was The Fall.
Okay, I have
That
not
was a
seen that
Netflix
yet.
original with Gillian Anderson. And it was...
I heard it was good, though.
It was...
I think
it
it got
had its
renewed for
moments.
another season.
Yeah, there's some new episodes that popped
And
up
we're
I haven't
also
checked out
getting,
yet, but I saw the first
I know, it's
season
more
that they
X-Files.
put out. It was, I won't say it was bad, but it was slow for my taste. I mean, if I had not been in a situation, I watched it while I was working. Had I been like sitting at home by myself watching, I probably would have turned it off to watch something else.
Yeah.
Because there was times when it was just so slow that I just didn't want to keep up with it.
But yeah, I mean, so Netflix obviously knows what they're doing. Even Hulu, I haven't seen any of their. I've seen a few of the original. Actually, yes, two of the original shows: Deadbeat, and also
Deadbeat's good.
Deadbeat's good, and also Mooney Boy is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, you and unofficial intern Sammy showed me
watched
some of
that.
the...
Music in that was really
fun.
good too. And then one of their cartoon shows they have the Awesomes. I really enjoyed.
Yeah, Horse Awesomes, but then they also did the horse one with the...
Oh no, that's a Netflix original series. Bo
Hulu. Damn it.
Bo
Jackman Horseman.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Horseman, Bo.
I love that.
With, Arnett.
Yeah. Yeah. And the girl who was on Community. Alyssa something.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen that, Bo Jackman Horseman, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious with stuff they did. But I think another reviewer said the same thing I said. I think the show might be way too smart for some people.
All right, Dennis Miller. Gosh. Anyways.
I mean, come on. I don't do what Dennis Miller.
All right. Well, I think it's probably close to time we should go ahead and take a little break.
yeah?
But before we cut to break and listen to some music, I got to bring this up real quick. I got an email.
Yeah, okay, I want to hear that.
I got an email that I think probably should have been directed at Matt as our musical entertainment director, as his business card says. This email probably should have gone to him, but I think my email was the contact on the Spreaker page or something because it came to me. And here's what let me read the email to you, and I'll try to read it as it was written so that you can hear this. It says, "New pop sensation Maxwell Collins, I wanted to send you my song, and if you it, I hope you can play it on your radio sometimes. Thank you for your time." And so it included an MP3. This is the title of this track is "Came to Party," to the number, not spelled out, by the way. So I'm just going to play you a little bit of this song so you can hear what Maxwell Collins is all about.
Is this his debut?
I don't know if this is his debut or not, but this is the track that he sent to me to play. So we'll see if this comes through. Here we go.
Oh wow. Oh wow. We in here tonight, and I told myself we gon' have some fun. the morning. Hey, to have fun. Party all day. We ain't here to party till the morning. We here to have fun. Party all day. Came here to rock, came here to roll, came here to lose and came to lose control. We here to party. Came here to move, came here to groove, came here to dance. You ladies out of your shoes. We here to party. Lose control. Lose yourself, baby, let loose and go. Let go. These haters know we be having fun, so forget them folks. I'm saying I'ma be okay. Never give a fuck what a hater says. Having fun, I'll be on my way. Long as we in here and we okay. We ain't here to party till the morning. We here to have fun. Party all day. Came here to rock, came here to roll, came here to lose it, baby, lose control. We here to party.
Yo, hey! Body rocking, I'm on it like we bionic. Moving faster than Sonic, Sonic, electronic. Ladies, move in your frames. Haters, stay in your lane. This ain't part of your game. When we up in this party, ladies dancing up on me, drinking shots of Bacardi. Ladies wanna get naughty, and I'm feeling the same. Feeling island jet plane. Tell me who's to be blamed.
Party till the morning. We here to have fun. Party all day. Came here to rock, came here to roll, came here to lose it, baby, lose control. We here to party. We here to party. We here to party. We here to party.
So, yeah, that was the new pop sensation, Maxwell Collins.
We came here to party.
He
I have to say, dude,
to party.
I think I found a new ringtone.
Hey, the beat was awesome.
The beat was good. I actually, like, when it very first started, I was like,
his voice could use a little work, but I was on board, man. I was just grooving back and forth. You guys saw me moving.
all right,
So yeah, forward that to me, man.
all right,
I'll contact him.
all right. I'll hook you
I'll
up
give
with
him
that.
some love.
I was like, you know what? It's kind of weird. It's one of the first times I've got an email specifically from somebody who's like, oh, you run a radio network of some sort. Here's my stuff. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll check this out. And then I was like, ooh, all right. But that does bring us to go ahead to go to break time. Matt, do you have something to play for us?
I will
during the
say
break?
this, though. I'm so glad Twitter decided to inform me. So I didn't know this. If you guys didn't know this, apparently Twitter didn't think I knew this, so they had to send me an email about it. Yeah, Matthew Renfro's on Twitter. I'm not kidding. That's the email I just got.
Wow, nice.
I scroll down. I'm all like, I am following him. So
you're like,
yeah, why would you send me this?
I just tweeted something, so maybe that's
Oh,
why.
okay. No, that means I subscribe to you.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of
You know
Twitter,
why? We came here.
did you notice that your Twitter is correct on those business cards?
Oh, yeah,
Thank
cool.
you very much to our sponsor, Raven, over at Revenge Lover Designs. Illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit revengelover.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did some fantastic business cards for all three of us, and she had done them before you removed the underscore from your Twitter name, and I realized it just before I was about to send them over to the printer. I was like, oh, crap.
Thank you.
And so I hit up Raven. I was like, hey, is there any way that you can fix that? And originally her response was, no, tell Matt to suck it. And then she said, yeah, just give me a few
That
minutes.
makes me sad.
She was joking.
I
She
know.
was totally joking. Because,
Still makes me sad.
yeah, she totally fixed it, sent it back over. I got them over to the printer. So now we have shiny new business cards to hand out
look
at
good, too.
Con this year. They look
If
fantastic.
it's I haven't looked at our finished product yet, but if it's still the same design that we had, then yeah, I'm on board for sure.
I will say this though, Rafe and I used to be neighbors, so kids, remember, make friends with everybody you live with, next to, or anything like that. Even if it's a crack dealer.
Hey.
You never know.
I made a friend in Vegas.
Especially if it's
That
not
is right.
regular.
Yes,
Well,
that.
we'll talk about Vegas when we get back. Yeah, we'll talk about Vegas. So, yeah, I do have some music. So I will tell you right now, RX Bandit's one of my favorite bands in the world. They're playing live right now in Pennsylvania. I'm watching it. So I'm actually going to play the live stream during the break. So
right.
enjoy one of my favorite
It's
bands.
like live online.
Fired up. See you guys in a little bit.
Space got over. I got secret powers in tow. Silver miner, ashtray rider, people's driving themselves. Yeah, gotta get yours. Gotta kick it times. We got our own style. I say go. A silly girl, I'm trying to say go. Not in time. Just so many days. Yeah, the reason for the shore. Her eyes are loving sun. It's alright. You gotta catch those guys. An outsider, they're in a drawer, but you still seem doesn't take long.
It's like a tear and trumpets got my hearing check. The father spoke a prophecy. To think that I believed the self-centered of me. There was something I was trying to say, but then I choked on it and I was getting kinda late. We walked to the edge but we never left. What seems to you when you disconnect? Written on the wall, let us play it tall. This is my own fault. We don't feel anything. We don't feel anything. We don't feel anything. We don't feel anything. I'm still coward, eternal wrath though. Don't want my fear to become my shadow. I want to invade my thoughts, I want to down in Kyoto. The ocean never sleeps nor dreams. It never stops to ponder what it sees. Committed to its satellite. No one can move your land and no one's ever gonna try. All the tides are married to the moon. All I want is for my heart to be astral. Written on the wall, let us play the tall. This is my own fault. We don't feel anything. Not gonna fade it fast. So let me put to rest the only question that you'll ask. We don't feel anything. 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 We don't feel anything.
And we are back. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us during the break. Thank you, Matthew, for the musical interlude.
Yeah, sorry about the live stream. It started fucking up there, so
shit.
I apologize about that. So I played the brand new track.
Brand new. All right.
That just came out earlier this week. Super stoked about it. That means a new album's going to come out. It's been 68 years since the last album, so
Are you serious?
this is a big deal.
68?
6 to 8.
Oh.
No, wait.
I was like,
You thought I said 68?
That's what I thought too. Like, how old are these people?
Because that'd be pretty fucking rad if somebody 68 years ago started playing that. No, it's been, I think it's been,
So it's like-
since Daisy came out, I think it's been, about 6 to 8 years.
So somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 years.
Actually, you know what's funny?
Yeah, let's just go straight down the middle and say 7.
Actually, it was really funny. I saw that with another band. Actually, I found on Spotify. I didn't know if they were on Spotify because I had like their first album. I was like, did they ever make another album? Or was it?
What band was it?
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. Huh.
So they had one album that came out in 2011, and then when I went on Spotify, they have a second album finally, but it didn't come out until 2006.
You know, hey. People got to do what they're going to do.
So it was just interesting to see because I thought it was like one of those bands that might have been like just picked up by when punk was one of the fads back in the high school days, and people were just be like, oh yeah, you sound punk, let's put you on. Oh, you sound this, oh, we'll put you on. Kind of
6 years ago, Daisy came out in 2009.
Okay,
there you go.
6 years. That's
6 years.
Yeah.
And so speaking of brand new, so tomorrow's Record Store Day.
Okay.
Happens once a year.
Okay.
A day where a lot of labels and bands release very small quantities of record store exclusive releases. So,
all right.
and brand new is doing a Record Store Day edition of Deja Into Window, which came out in 2003.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite albums, and also my favorite album of theirs. So. There's only like 1,200 copies of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm super.
Do you know where it is?
That's the thing. So I'm taking a gamble. I'm going to go to Zia Records in Chandler.
Zia is a good friend of the show. So
I love Zia. I went to Zia earlier this week and bought a couple records.
We actually went to Zia when we were in Vegas, and I bought a video.
You should hit Marty up on Facebook and find out. He might be able to give you the lowdown.
Okay, maybe I will do that tonight because it's tomorrow, and I'm planning on getting there at 7, and the store opens at 9. So
so hit him up soon
in your DS
because he works for Zia, so he might be able to help you out.
What I will say about this about brand new, the craziest thing was their first album comes out, you listen to it, you're like, oh, really good. Next album comes out, you're like, it was completely different from the first one.
Oh yeah, that's why I love it.
But not in like a bad way, like sometimes bands do that. You're like, but they went in like a completely different direction. But it was like And wow, like holy crap! Like I think that was like that's like one of those albums you can listen to like all the way through. Like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
that's the only way I listen to it. So like I'm so excited. I hope that I'm taking a gamble with where I'm going. I hope they have at least some of them because each person's only allowed one like exclusive thing per customer. So
that's crazy.
I want to get there early because I want to get a good spot. I might get there really early. I might be the first one, or I might be the 5th or 20th. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff. Like I want to get that. Jack White's label, excuse me, is doing a reissue of Elvis's very first 2 recordings ever.
Wow!
And they're releasing that on vinyl, so I kind of want to pick that up because I think that's pretty rad. Tegan and Sarah did an exclusive performance at Zero Record in the past, and now it's on like a limited purple clear vinyl.
Ooh.
So I kind of want to get that because it's like homegrown, like in the an AZ.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters are releasing. Dave Grohl's doing it's like demos in the laundry room or something like that. So it's like demos from the very first album.
Oh.
It's kind of big.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff. So I'm probably going to spend on more money than I really need to, but
at least you're doing something exciting.
I'm really pumped for it.
Because I'm going to Target tomorrow, and I'm like, which toaster oven do I get to buy?
There you go. That's fun though.
Maybe I'll get a Tegan and one that's purple.
Yeah,
they have those.
So I'm super stoked.
Well, that sounds cool. This is the first time I've ever heard about
toaster ovens. I'm not kidding.
I'm
telling you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I will say this: I've never heard this before, Zia Records. So you were really in the
you know Zia Records.
I know Zia Records. I meant the
record store.
Record store.
Okay. Yeah. So
what's Zia? It's like you were fucking just there.
What are you talking about? You buy one every year at Comic Con.
Exactly.
So
Zia like a bread, guys? Right.
I mean, Megan and I did it last year, but we didn't go until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon when most of the stuff was picked over, and so I'm invested this year, dude.
You know what?
I want that fucking brand new vinyl. I'm throwing it out into the universe. I want it so bad. I want it.
Hey, give it to Matthew. Matthew's a good guy. He's also he's a music lover, man. He does a music show on the network. So people, if you see Matthew in line, follow him on Twitter and let him cut.
What this week I picked up Dookie by Green Day. I love that album. No, not Dookie. I'm sorry, Nimrod. What the fuck am I talking about? Nimrod. I love that album. Oh yeah, boom. That kind of brought it down.
No, you're good. You're going to be just like me because you're. In fact, we'll get into this with Vegas. We went with your brother, and he told me about a game store I've never even heard of called Fallout Games. And now I'm going to probably hit that this weekend because after everything he's told me about, I'm just like, holy shit, like, why haven't I heard about this? Especially,
I've heard good things. I know exactly where it is. I've seen it about 1 billion times. I've never been in it, though.
Yeah, my brother goes there quite a bit.
Yeah, he was telling me just really good stuff about it and things like that. So it was just like, obviously, if people haven't heard, I did get an old school Nintendo system recently, and I'm now building my
way to play.
NES.
Do it.
So I'm just fucking. So my goal is to go to Fallout Games and hopefully pick up Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be
for the console, and we'll see what else they got. But I got.
It'll be expensive. I'll tell you that right now because everybody knows that it's not worth.
Well,
yeah, exactly. It's not worth anymore. It's not any more rare than any other game. But because game stores know that people will come looking for that, they will charge you more.
Well, we'll see. I went on to Amazon thinking, okay, this is actually a good story to tell. Going to Amazon going all right, how much is Super Mario Brothers 3 going to run me?
How much is that?
So I go on there, $19.99. What?
I would have honestly thought you might find it higher.
I did too. This is when it gets interesting. $19.99 for the original NES version of the game. So now the Game Boy Advance version, where it was like Super Mario Advance 4.
Yeah, it's Super Mario Advance 4, which is actually Super Mario 3.
All-Star Edition. but it's All-Star Edition because it's the one that was on the Super NES, but they added some, Mario! They added some voices. You're like, okay, play it on your 3D, your Nintendo Advance. That one rages. Now, I own that one. I bought it brand new, probably for about $29.99 when it came out. Okay, newer version than the NES version that I believe came out in 1993 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. this one comes out, I would say probably 2005, maybe 6.
I mean, we could look it up if we need to.
But I'm basically giving you a year rate here.
Okay, all right.
That one ranges. That one is $89.99. Now, so I'm sitting there going like, wait, I own a copy of this, so I can sell this for $89.99 and buy the original Super Mario Brothers 3 and have money left
The
over.
first result on Amazon right now, and only one left in stock from Legendary Games, $89.98. And then let's see here if it says. There is somebody you can buy from. It says buy used for $16.95 plus $4 shipping. So you're looking at about $21 there. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying.
So you can get it for cheaper.
But I will say this: you want to have fun. You want to have fun. So I was like, all right, I'm thinking Super Mario Bros. 3 would probably be a lot of money. DuckTales. Type that in. Woo! Check this out. $19.99 for the first one.
Yeah.
Then I scroll down. I didn't even know they made a second one.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
$400.
Whoa.
Nobody knew they made a second
right
one.
there. That shit's on point.
Yeah.
Nobody knew there was a second one, evidently.
That's what I was like.
Few select
I was like, are you shitting me? Darkwing Duck, I believe, ranges from $800 to $900, which I was like,
Let's get dangerous. Bum, bum.
oh, come on.
I was waiting for the whole song, and then you guys stopped.
I have to remember the whole song.
Darkwing. I just remember Darkwing Duck. Dun. Let's get dangerous. Dun, dun. Darkwing Duck. That's all I remember.
Hold on. Here we go.
Okay.
Shit,
can't
I
just
should
let
know.
this go.
I was about to say something about mystery.
Mystery, Chippy on the right, swoops out of the shadows, darkly on the night.
Oh, he owns it.
Somewhere, some villain schemes, but his number's up. 3, 2, 1. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call me Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Out of snow and he appears, monster of surprise. Who's that coming?
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, I remember
There
that.
you go.
He always had something where every time he did his gas gun, I'm the terror that flaps in the night. And then he always had like something like, you're just like, what? Like, I'm the soap that gets the city clean.
Oh, Jesus. That sucked.
Unintentional mic drop.
Actually, I'm going to drop some facts for you now on Darkwing Duck because I need to do this. So the guy who voices Homer Simpson actually plays a villain in Darkwing Duck.
Dan Castellaneta.
Dan
Can't say his
Castellaneta.
name ever.
He plays Megavolt.
That guy is so small. Have you seen him in real life?
Yes.
He's so fucking
The
small.
voice of Darkwing Duck is actually the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Woo-hoo. All right.
And also, Darkwing Duck is the only Disney spin-off from another TV show. The Tiggers are wonderful things. They're top
He's the
tomato.
only one.
Oh.
Well,
Stop tomato rubber.
But I'm the only one.
And then Darkwing Duck is the only spin-off show ever in Disney history, but it spun off from DuckTales. And they actually did a crossover episode of Gizmo Duck and Darkwing Duck.
I remember Gizmo Duck. Dude run around on one wheel.
Do you know what he said to get a suit on?
What?
Blathering
Bitch, put my
blatherskite.
suit on. Oh, no, that's not
Like
it.
suffering succotaph.
Kind of like that.
Suffering.
But do you know what he was on Scrooge McDuck's payroll?
What?
He was the accountant.
Gizmo was?
No, well, yeah, the guy who played him. Or who was his... who was Gizmo Duck.
All right, before we get off the subject of music, though, too much, though, I did, before the show, I briefly brought this up, and Matt, I was surprised that you had not heard of this guy, or this group. I guess it's two guys. It's two guys. They go by the name Mashton Kutcher, like Ashton Kutcher, but it's Mashton Kutcher.
Yeah, it's like Cruise Tom.
Yeah, exactly. They do like mashup songs, and specifically, they've been putting out some videos that have gotten some real popularity. Where
So he was rubbing up on my backpack.
Oh, well, he did.
they've got some.
Told him to the fuck off that.
Well,
He
they're
walked out.
taking
He
some,
listened.
like,
He walked
random
off.
He's like,
Sorry,
"Alright,
go ahead.
no, it's cool. It's cool. So basically, what they've done is they've done a bunch of different mashup tracks with different songs and stuff as samples and things like that, and then they make these dance tracks out of them. They really got noticed big time in the last few weeks because a couple of their videos went viral that
Nice.
they posted up on YouTube. And this one here, this was one that I was really surprised that you hadn't seen. It's called, the title is When You Collab with the Pizza Guy. It starts out with him like literally ordering a pizza off the Domino's website.
Get off my fucking backpack, Toby.
Toby!
Get off it.
Move it!
Don't look at me like, Dad.
Yeah, go.
Punk ass. Haven't seen you in months, but don't fuck like that. Ain't fucking with that shit.
So it starts out with him like literally he's ordering a
Matthew has
pizza.
issues with guys who have chronic tardiness and cats.
And so
I just had him rubbing on my backpack. Sorry, Eric. Go
So
ahead.
I'm sorry, no, it's cool. It's cool. So in the special instructions, he types in collab bro ? And so when the guy shows up to deliver the pizza, like this poor guy doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's like, you should see the look on his face in the video. You can see it if you can see around the corner. Here you go.
3, 2, 1, jump.
So here's him doing the little samples, and then he's just randomly hitting keys on the keyboard. Dude's recording it all on his laptop right there. This guy's like, am I done yet? Dude gets his pizza too. You want to know about that? And then he does this.
Three, two, one, jump.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. I'm on board with this shit.
Three, two, one, jump.
I feel like I need a pacifier right now.
Three, two, one, jump.
Can we make this our new theme song?
And he's done other ones too. Like
That was
you guys,
that was it.
that was it for that one. You guys will appreciate this one.
Let's go!
Oh, so those were the samples he was
Yeah,
using.
he was showing himself getting the samples.
Dude, this guy's nasty.
So
That's it?
That's that one.
Oh, man. He really needs
There's
to
fucking cock tease on this shit.
Oh, hold on.
really now want to
There's a
make.
really good.
Is there like a full song? Like,
Yeah,
I
let
get
me
these
find one of
fucking
his-
samples, but Jesus, this stuff is legit.
find one of
Fucking
his
make
full
something
videos.
worth your
I
while.
wanted to take that song and use that when I play Mario Kart now. That was great.
Let me. Man, I'm trying to find the one that they did where they did some really.
I got confused at first. I was like,
stuff.
this shit doesn't make sense. But then I bought it. I was like, okay, those are the samples.
Yeah, it shows most of the videos show him getting the samples first and then moving on. Oh man, I gotta find. There's one really good
Yeah,
where
dude.
it was like the complete video of the song they did. It was him and another guy. It's two people is the thing.
Okay.
Oh come on now, don't autoplay when I'm trying to do this right now. Fucking shit, man. Fucking Facebook, man. Tell you what.
Yeah,
Let's see
man,
here. What do they
this
got here? Let's see here. Man, I know he's got. Like, where's the more? Let's see here. Where's the one I saw? Oh shit, man, it was great. It was like they did a whole bunch of different songs.
So Eric's just lying now.
I'm like, oh man, I know what I'm talking about.
It was there, but now it's just file not found, guys.
Like, guys, what happened?
Oh shit, bro.
Like, I'm wondering if maybe they sampled
No idea
something
why
with
it just turned
somebody
into John
because
Travolta
the
right
the
there.
one that I'm
So
thinking
weird,
of,
guys. I can't find the
it was a full
files.
video and it was
So weird.
It was them mashing up a whole bunch of different songs, and it was fantastic. And I can't find it now, and I'm wondering if maybe one of the, like maybe it was something that was,
Controversial.
well, I'm wondering if like one of the things they sampled
Copyrights.
like threw a copyright fit on it or something.
Well, I don't know. You got to be careful now because Taylor Swift is copywriting fucking everything. So be wary of that.
She's like, what the fuck?
I
Okay,
wouldn't
so
be surprised
I
if
can't
it's
find that
copyrighted
video
that now.
anymore.
So every
for
time
some
Matthew
reason.
drops his famous line of "What the fuck,"
Here's a really fun one though. This is the
She
most
could charge
recent
us.
video
one
on
time,
YouTube.
bro.
yeah.
And this is actually, they went around, this is when you collab with random people in the street, and this is like, they're going around getting random people basically. It was at a 7-Eleven, just asking people to hit the keyboard. Now they're at a meat shop of some sort. The guy's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's camera. And then he like busts out a keyboard, and the guy's like, keyboard?
He's like, this isn't meat. I can cut this.
That's all this guy does. Now there's McDonald's drive-thru.
Okay.
Hello.
Make a ribs jack, right?
Can you sing?
He's like, fuck you. Out on a bus.
Sing?
Bus driver can't sing. This is the best. Random jogger.
Yo, dude. Can you stop for 1 sec? Yo, sorry, man. Do you mind singing something real quick?
What for?
Just like a music.
Oh, by the way, they're Australian.
It's like random, I know.
What do you want me to sing?
I want to hear.
Just make something up. Have you like a song was like, I don't know, can you sing?
'Cause I'm a passenger, I'm not in control. I'm a passenger, you are the one leading me here.
Man, thanks, bro.
Sweet, dude.
And he just jogs off.
Okay, I'm excited for this.
'Cause I'm a passenger, I'm not in control. I'm a passenger, you are the one leading me here.
Yeah, so look these
it's
guys
awesome,
up.
man.
It's Mashed and Kucher, and like I said, it's two guys from Australia. They got a Facebook page and everything. If you go to facebook.com/mashed, it's mashed MASH. Oh, stuff's auto playing in the background. Fuck you, YouTube. All right, so it's facebook.com/MASHDNKUTCHER. That's how it's spelled.
Okay.
All right, and they got a whole bunch of videos and stuff. They're posting new stuff all the time, and it's fantastic. I really wish I could find that. I guess it had to have gotten pulled. There was this. They did like 10 different songs.
Yeah.
And like it was the one guy who does like the samples and does like the DJ type stuff, and then the other guy's on drums, and he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like that other the other one I played where they were doing the drum sample. That was the guy playing the drums like live. Yeah. They've got some stuff here. They did a Linkin Park mashup. They've done the Mario Kart stuff. They've done. He did samples from his coffee maker. He has like a Keurig machine, and he was like doing samples from the coffee maker and did that. The pizza guy was. I think that was the one that really took off. That like made them. And then there was one where he did on a plane. He was on a plane and like he like sampled the lady doing the safety instruction, and then he did a sample of like the sound of the like hitting the bell.
So we're just gonna throw it out there. They can sample us.
Absolutely, yes.
Except we might just get like, it's so weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
You know, it's crazy. Ow.
Fuck Apple.
Hey, so I'm gonna let you all finish, but so okay, a while ago, I'm just totally gonna plug this.
Go for it. Do it.
So a while ago, I did this fucking YouTube video. Tilted Kill has this like this. I don't know what it is. The contest, I guess it's a contest.
Oh yeah.
So the contest is you have to tell your best wingman story.
Right.
So I submitted a video and made the top 7. So right now I'm in a running to win a trip for 4 to Vegas.
Do you know where you're at?
Damn.
I don't know.
This far, it doesn't tell you.
No, I have no idea.
I noticed like every time I went to the page to vote, just once, of course, legitimately.
Yeah. Well, I'm on it right now and I can vote again. So
Nice. I'll go back and vote some more then.
Yeah.
As soon as I find the link again. I'm like going back through our little network chat.
I can't. It says I already voted today. So it must be you can do it once a day. So I should
I didn't know that. I should have been
probably let people
voting.
know that. I didn't know that either.
So yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
where can I find it?
what you can do is you can go to TK Wing HQ, TKWINGHQ.com. Well, that spells .com. Don't do that and do .com. That would not be good. So you can go there.
Why did it work? Why did you tell me to do this?
What it's going to do is it's going to ask you to put in your email address and your birthday. It's kind of shitty. I know you might get turned away. Just do it. Help your brother out. So you're going to get in there, and if you're on the computer, you can go to click on My Epic Wingman Story, and then click on See Stories, and then Ooh, I'm the only black guy on here, so that's how
You don't want to take it racial or anything, but
so
just look for the black dude.
I'm the black guy with glasses. That's how you're gonna know it's me.
Just in case another black guy pops in there.
I'm the only black guy.
Well, it doesn't say my name, and I don't say my name, so that's the only way people would know. Realistically,
I've also been picking a different tilted kilt every time. Like it says, "What's your favorite?"
That doesn't matter.
Confession.
So you don't have to do.
Can I play your video? Can I? Is the audio any good?
Yeah, you can play it. That's fine.
I've never Matthew ever use those words.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here's, and I'm going to vote again too.
Yeah, please do.
Everybody,
you're not doing this shit. You're sitting here like sitting here.
Hey, vote successful. It says
twirling your microphone like it's a baton. Come on, vote.
Here's Matt's story.
I didn't know
I need to win this shit.
Rated.
My name's Matt, and this is my tilted kilt wingman story. So I used to work for a former employer, and I was there for quite a while. And a new employee, a very beautiful lady, got hired. Told one of my female coworkers at the time that I was quite impressed by this lady, and I would like to get to know her. So my female coworker was nice enough and gracious enough to go and introduce herself and get to know this lady. She then scheduled an event outing, a group outing, and both I and the new beautiful lady was in attendance, and it was good. We hit things off really well, and I ended up asking her out on a date, which we went on a date, and it was a great time, and we just continued to hang out, and I'm happy to say 4 years later that we are married. So I would think that is a great thing. So I would like to say thank you to my former female coworker for making that happen. You were a great wingman. And thank you, Universe, for just being cool and making me get married to this awesome lady. So that is my tilted kilt wingman story. And there you have it.
Oh, so sweet.
It's fucking legit. Come on, vote for that shit.
Awesome. I voted.
You know what? Speaking of which, if you guys don't think it's legit, we will have pictures up. But not only is he married to the woman in the story, but they're having their housewarming party this weekend. So,
boom!
In your face.
I'm excited. Yeah, so go to tkwinghq.com and vote for me, please. I want to win a trip to Vegas.
That'd be awesome.
I've never been
Just
there.
come back from Vegas, you son of a bitch.
I know. I just went, but come on.
I love Vegas. Vegas is one of those places that's fantastic to visit. I would never want to live there, like ever. Like that would. Yeah. I can't even imagine how bad that would suck to live there and be like, no, I don't want to be there every day. But a weekend or two, a year, that definitely fun times. We were supposed to go this year. We were actually supposed to go the same weekend you guys were there.
Yeah.
And due to health issues and such, that did not happen. So, unfortunately, I did not get to go this year. We got to go last year, but I didn't get to spend much time. I think I played the entire time I was there, really. The only thing we did was we went out to a dinner and a breakfast with some family members. And other than that, we just kind of hung out. I played maybe 2 hands of blackjack, like 3 spins on the roulette wheel. I didn't get to play any poker at all, which was disappointing. But yeah, I want to go back and actually like have some fun. That would be awesome.
I had a blast, man.
Yeah,
Steve, do you have a good time?
I had a great time. In fact,
you did? No, you can be honest, man. You can be honest.
No, I had a phenomenal time. I would say next time I go, make sure to actually not be moving in the weekend beforehand, so you have a little bit more spending money. But the environment was fantastic. It was just fun. We went to a German bar the first night, which was amazing. It was funny because she's like, "Oh, you want the regulars?" You know, so we get the regulars, and they're fucking huge. We posted the pictures on at least my Facebook. So if you follow me there, if not, then I guess we're just not friends. But yeah, then this couple sits next to us, and like the guy gets like, I look over and he has like the really small beer compared to us,
the baby one.
Yeah, the baby one. I literally was like, "What the fuck, you pussy!" Like,
and the girl that he was with like got the tall Hefeweizen.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but yeah, no, great times. And the show we went to. So I heard one song. We did play it on the show before. Matthew he was like, "Oh, you should check out this video." It was like this guy dancing as Obama.
Yeah,
and it was freaking hilarious. And I must have watched that video. Like, in fact, Matthew found, I don't know what it is. Matthew found something at the perfect time in my life where I was like, "Fucking A life." I'm like, "Oh, this video's great." And you know, it's just a feel good video. Like even hearing that song, you'd just be like, "Obama's dancing," like, "Oh yeah," kind of thing.
Speaking of videos,
they played it.
Yeah,
it sounded phenomenal live. Of course, the band we're talking about is RAC.
Oh yeah.
And then we also saw Saint Lucia.
Yeah, they were rad too.
They were fucking good too. So they come on, and it was just fantastic. Yeah, it was a really good show. Where were we at? The Cosmopolitan? Was
the
that
Cosmopolitan, yeah.
And in the pool.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because Matthew's like, yeah, they're drained the pool and everything. And I totally forgot. Like, he told me the story. We got there. I'm like, was this a fucking pool? Matthew's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we met friends.
Yeah, we met some cool locals. Well, they have ties to Arizona too, but his name's Graham, so I'm gonna say what up, Graham. And his wife. Oh shoot, I thought it was Jessica, but it could be wrong. It's either Jessica or Ashley. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
That's a pretty big difference. Like, it'd be understanding, be like, it's either Jessica or
here's the thing. Hey, so here's the thing. I'm horrible with names.
Okay.
If I get both of those names correct, that girls that were in the vicinity, that's a big deal.
All right.
But no, they were great. So his wife is going to school in at NAU doing her master's program, so she commutes.
Lumberjacks.
Yeah, so she she commutes back and forth, and they have ties to Arizona. So we made a connection.
Between Vegas and Flagstaff, where NAU is.
Yeah, she does that on a regular basis.
Yeah,
that's a fucking hike, right?
Like every week.
Damn.
Yeah. So we made a connection. Dude's fucking awesome. They live in kind of over by downtown Vegas, where we did go downtown, Fremont Street. In that area down there. I guess really it's starting to like kind of boom in like a tech industry type area. They're getting like organic businesses and things like that. So I was just plugging them with questions and just kind of understanding what's going on, because I did ask him the same question. Doesn't it suck to live here?
Right.
Like, but the Strip's one portion of it. Like obviously Vegas is. It's actually it's like Phoenix, but it'd be like Phoenix had a fucking hotel strip in it.
Yeah,
we'd still have our lives, just like these people do. So it was like it was fun, man. The show was great.
Yeah, it was great. I think my
drink prices were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I paid. Actually, I'm going to frame it. It's going to go up here and frame. I got a drink from Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's, yeah.
Which, not going to lie, I was fucking stoned when I was in Caesar's Palace.
Like, holy fuck, man!
I'm literally walking in going like, I need to do some God of War shit, don't I? I need to knock some shit over, bust up some gods or something.
I like Caesar's, man.
I love
the architecture and everything in Caesar's. It's a lot of fun.
Fucking great. Yeah, so
the eye candy at Caesar's was fucking ridiculous, dude. So there was this party,
hotels,
dude. This party happening. People kept on coming up and asking us, "Are you trying to get tickets?" I'm like, "No, we're not trying to get tickets. We're trying to get free drinks. That's what we're trying to do."
Like,
the first night, we walked around so much. It was fucking ridiculous. So I was doing a weekly challenge with my coworker.
Right.
And she was kicking my ass.
All right.
And she even predicted, we were talking on Wednesday when I was in the office that day. She was like, I guarantee you're going to get to Vegas. I was like, because I told her, you're going to win. I'm going to be in the car for like 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
You're going to win. And then she reminded me that it ends at midnight.
Yeah.
So we got to Vegas probably around 6 or 7.
I'm going to say, I think it was 7.
So we got there, we got changed, and then we went out and we just started fucking walking. We went to Caesar's.
You do a lot of walking in Vegas if you don't stay in one place.
We did tons. So midnight comes around, we're in Caesar's. My brother's sitting down playing roulette. Me and Steve are watching him, and I was like, "Sorry guys, I got to walk.
You're like, fuck this. I'm winning this fucker.
So I just started walking.
All right.
Come back occasionally to see what's up with the drink situation.
Like, have we gotten free drinks yet?
Yeah, basically.
All right, I'll be back.
I got to keep on walking, so I keep on walking. So I'm doing that.
You shake your arms like a lot to make it look.
No, I just walk around. I'm just looking. So I pull out my phone to start syncing it via Bluetooth, and it's not refreshing.
Nerd.
It's not refreshing. So finally, I get back there, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to call it.
I've only taken like 1,800 steps a day. Like,
your phone tracks. Well, yeah, my phone tracks it too. But so get done. We're just hanging out or whatnot. Finally, sync it. Pulls up. I beat her by 6 steps. 6 steps.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And she has not let me not live it for this past week.
Fuck yeah. No, I wouldn't let her live it down. I'd be like, what's up? Hey, you want to go grab some lunch today? I'll go, like, just 6 steps further from you.
I'll give you 6 steps.
I'll just go, like, 6 steps in front of you, and I'll buy the food, because I'm cool like that.
Matthew's doing that song. Give me 6-step misses.
Give me 6 steps, baby. Nice pull. That's, like, some my era music.
Our lyrics were way off, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
3 steps, I think, in the song.
Yeah, there's 3 steps right with 6 steps. Come on.
So,
I can't spin comedy gold all the time.
So yeah, we had a blast in Vegas. Fremont Street was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm a cheap person. Not gonna fucking lie. Very cheap. The hotel we stayed at was fucking cheap.
Loved it. So we already know you're half black. Now we know what the other half is.
I'm cheap, man. I like my money. So it wasn't until Saturday night. That's when I spent money and I made money.
Yes.
Right on. What'd you play?
Roulette.
All right.
Love it.
I like roulette in its simplicity. It's like so
man.
easy. It's like there's
dude. We're playing the $5 tables. Boom. I played.
Are you at the MGM?
No, we didn't go MGM.
Oh, MGM's got some great. MGM's got the best poker room, but they also have the $5. There's only a few. The reason I ask is because there's only a few places that actually have $5 roulette. Most of them are $10 up to begin with.
Caesar,
I think.
No, Caesar's had 10.
Yeah, I know MGM had 5, but if you didn't go to MGM, where did you go?
So we went Caesar's. We went Planet Hollywood. Okay. We went Harrah's.
Okay.
We went Paris.
Oh yeah.
We went Ellis Island, where we were staying.
Wait, Treasure Island?
No. Dude, we stayed at a fucking Super 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I was. Well, you said Ellis Island.
Yeah.
There's a. I didn't know there was
Super 8 at Ellis Island Casino.
Oh, I didn't even know that was the thing.
Oh yeah. it's like a block off the strip. They have a casino. They had pizza there. They had sandwiches.
Nice.
Yeah, like
$2
beers.
Always stay off the strip.
$2 craft beers.
Fuck yeah.
They make their own beer there. And Steve got an amber, which was, I tasted it. It was fucking legit.
It was fucking legit.
For $2?
For $2.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm going to take that shit.
It was almost more than the kilt lifter I brought.
Yeah.
So
no, we had a fucking blast.
No, I had a great time. It was the first time I've ever been to Vegas. So, and actually,
that's right. You were a Vegas virgin.
Yeah. So I told Matthew, it's like now that I've done that, I was sitting there going like, it's like I work for an airlines basically, can fly for free. I'm like, I want to do some more traveling now.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this was fun. It's like I've never like kind of had this like freedom, so to speak. So it was just a fun time. Of course, I'm gonna frame it. I'll probably go in the bathroom. But my thing from Caesar's Palace of my drink, I ordered a Jack and Coke.
All right.
$15 fucking.
Yeah. No, here's the thing: when you're in one of the main strip casinos, don't bother ordering a normal drink because it's going to cost as much as the fancy shit. Order the fancy shit. Last time I went to Vegas, I got one of those fucking daiquiris that comes in like a fucking 3-foot container.
We're going to do it.
I don't need 3 feet of daiquiri, but fuck it. The 3 feet of daiquiri costs as much as a regular Scotch on the rocks, so I might as well take the 3 foot of daiquiri.
We were going to do it, but we didn't get around to it.
We didn't do a 3 feet of daiquiri?
We were going to go to Fat Tuesday and do like the 1080 octane.
I got to like fucking Caesars.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
I know it was the Mirage. That's where it was. Because remember, we went to the Mirage. One year we went to
We walked all around those places. And
if you're ever there on a Sunday morning,
go
to the Mirage.
Yeah.
Their Sunday brunch, their champagne brunch, fucking phenomenal.
Dude,
first of all, the waitresses do not let your champagne glass get past the halfway point. Okay, I stumbled out of there at like 11 o'clock in the morning, drunk as a motherfucker. I'm like, I just had brunch. I mean, what the fuck?
You know what? So Saturday after the con, dude, I'm fucking high.
Oh, dude, no, that's what I was going to talk about. So.
I'm just like I'm super high, pumped from the show, and
No, the show, just the show.
Okay, first off, to be fair, Matthew didn't do the cocaine. I did, okay?
Oh, dude, come on, you guys. Come on.
All right.
Jesus.
Good shit.
I was there. No, guys, I was so excited for the show. You have no idea. Okay?
Yeah.
RIC has been such a big influence for me. Andre, this whole entire year, ever since his album came out, it actually came out last year in May. So
that's
just about a year.
That's how crazy it is. It makes you forget what date.
No, like
happened.
it was a big deal, dude.
Matthew was really pumped for this.
And both bands were playing Coachella the next day, so they played their Coachella sets, and that's cool. Like, we got to see basically the practice for Coachella.
Yeah.
And it's fucking rad. There was barely anybody at the show. Like, we were out in the fucking Cosmo pool. Like, the weather was perfect. The people were rad. I had a blast at the show. And so I'm just fucking pumped. I'm pumped from that night. I didn't go to bed until 6 a.m.
Yeah, that was the thing.
You went to bed at like...
I was at the roulette table falling asleep at like 3. I'm not gonna lie. I was exhausted. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I told the guys, I'm gonna go back to the room and everything like that. I think I passed out. Okay, and this is what got fucking scary for me. So I go back to the room. Everything's fine. This is actually another funny story. Go back to the room. Before I'm leaving, I walk out of the casino. There's a man vomiting, or as I like to say, I tweeted this. I go, oh, nothing like walking out of a casino in Vegas and seeing a man face down in a puddle of his own pride. # Vegas. Next morning, Vegas favorites the tweets. But his girlfriend was a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I come walking out, and he's like throwing up. Like, he is dying. And I'm like, dude, I'm glad you're outside. I'm just like, he took care of it.
So
like, he's like,
you're not, like... in the table I'm sitting at.
Yeah, I was like, kudos to you, man. You made it. You got outside. You're able to do it. His girlfriend's just all like, oh my god, what the fuck? What are you doing? There's a fucking taxi. Let's fucking go. And I literally was just like smoking a cigarette, looking at them, and just like, don't marry her. Just don't. She said, where the fuck are you? I'm like, shh, don't. Finished my cigarette, went back inside. So I go into bed. I'm thinking I'm going to pass out. Turn on the TV, flip the channels, go on to Nick at Night. You want to know what's on Nick at Night right now? How I Met Your Mother.
Cool.
I'm like, how fucking old am I now?
No, it's cool, though, but you watched it.
I watched one of the episodes. I was just, fuck yeah.
The show is fucking funny.
I don't care.
People hate on that shit, but I fucking laughed.
So I
fall asleep, wake up, it's like 5 o'clock, no one's in the room but me. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fall asleep. I think I fall asleep for a little bit, and then Matthew comes like strolling in about, I'm going to say 6:30.
Yeah, that's about accurate.
And then all of a sudden, like, I don't see his brother comes in, and then we both wake up, and Matthew's like, hey, checkout's at 11. I want to hit the road as soon as possible. We're getting up and everything like that. Apparently your brother got in, like, just like 45 minutes, like, beforehand, and we're about to leave.
Yeah.
He's like,
dude, made it. So I woke up and I was on a mission because I told him Sunday morning we're fucking leaving. Like, that's it. I want to get home because I want to at least have enough hours in the evening time to where I can decompress because I got to work tomorrow.
The fucking work day after vacation sucks so hard.
We got home around 3 o'clock, around there, 3 to 4. Mm-hmm. I fell asleep at 8:30. I woke up. I was a powerhouse the next day at work. My brother, on the other hand, basically fell asleep for the whole ride. Woke up. I don't know. We were probably
in a bag.
We were probably an hour and a half out. He wakes up.
I had a bag.
I had to give him a bag.
We stopped and me and Steve stopped and went to Del Taco. And my brother's like, "Nope, I'm just going to sleep in the car." So we fucking rocked it.
Yeah, we got it.
Hour and a half, basically out of Phoenix. My brother wakes up. I'm like, "Hey," he's like, "I'm going to throw up." I gave him this fucking bag. I was like, "No, you're not in this fucking car." I don't think I exactly said that, but that's what I was thinking. No, he took the bag and like he kind of did some throw up sounds, but I don't think it.
I don't because I would have smelt that.
I don't think it was anything too crazy.
You said just
my brother had it rough.
Yeah.
But I won, man. I was up $160.
Now, should I bring up how you lost?
We're at the Paris.
Oh, no, not that loss.
What do you mean?
We're driving down. I think we're about 45 minutes.
Oh,
Matthew's just all like, fuck! Damn it! And I'm like, what?
Shit.
I forgot my pillow.
I forgot my pillow.
You got a special pillow?
I took my pillow.
You got like...
I have a memory foam cooling pillow.
Oh, yeah?
Because I like it cold.
Yeah.
I know you guys sell them. But the shitty thing about it is
I don't sell them. I sell garage doors. I don't sell that. I don't fucking sell pillows.
The shitty thing about it is it had our bedspread pattern on it. So now we're out a bedspread pillow.
Wait, where did you leave it? You left it at the hotel in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, this is on the way home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You left your... Oh, did you call him up?
No.
Call him up. They'll fucking FedEx that shit to you, dude. Seriously.
It's been
Well,
like...
now, it's been a week. But if you'd have called him that day...
Yeah, I should have done that. That's my fault.
It's probably... Honestly, call him still.
Yeah,
because it's probably
I can do that.
sitting in a box somewhere. Like, it's probably sitting in a lost and found box with, like, some employee, like, eyeing it for that 30-day mark when they can get it for free.
I have that... He's like, I have that bedspread.
Shit, do you know how much shit I had my eye on when I worked for the movie theater, when I worked for Harkins? We found lost and found shit all the time. And if you found it, you put it in the box, you put your name on it.
Because I can verify I was there.
That shit wasn't found, if it wasn't claimed, shit was yours.
I can verify I was there. I mean, I still have my confirmation number and shit. So.
There you go.
Yeah, I should do
If
that.
you call up and describe
Dude,
it,
I was
they'll be like,
I
"Here's
was
your
so
fucking
mad.
Nobody
You
knows.
were.
I was fucking fuming.
They're expensive pillows. I know because
Well, isn't that
$30 pillow.
We've heard Matthew get annoyed on the show. The chronic tardiness guy and stuff like that. It's funny, but he's literally in the car, and I'm like sitting there like, I don't know what to say.
The reason why I'm fucking pissed because every time I stay at a hotel, I do a triple check. Mm-hmm. I make sure I have every fucking item that me or Megan have in there.
Yeah.
I do a triple check.
I know the feeling.
I've never taken a pillow to a hotel. If I stay at in-laws and shit like that, I take a pillow. This is the first time I brought my pillow and stayed at a hotel.
Right. And you forgot it.
And I fucking forgot it. So that's why I was so mad. Because it was the first time.
I know the feeling because I do the same thing. I will literally do when we have a timeshare up in Flagstaff that we go to every year. And I will literally go through every room, open up every cabinet, every drawer, all the stuff, several times before we walk out the door. Last year when we went up there for Christmas or for New Year's time, we're driving back home and my daughter goes, I think I left my hat. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck are you talking about? You forgot your hat. And we call up and sure enough, oh yeah, we found the hat when we cleaned the room. I'm like, okay, fucking motherfucker. So they had to ship it to us. We had to pay the FedEx charge or whatever for them to ship it to us, and we got the fucking hat back. I think the shipping charges were probably more than the hat was worth. But either way, we got it back. But at the same time, I'm like, how did I not see this hat when I was going through and checking I was opening cabinets and opening drawers and stuff, and somehow I didn't notice a fucking Pikachu snapback just there.
So this is the cool part about it. So we left for Vegas on Friday. Mm-hmm. We got back Sunday. Megan flew out to Austin and didn't get home until last night. So basically, I didn't see Megan for a week. Mm-hmm. So get back Sunday, walk in, and there's a note written on the counter. So I read it, and, she's just saying, I hope you had a good time, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of checklists around the house. So she ordered me a pillow, which is rad. So I'm getting a new pillow. The only shitty thing is the pattern's not going to match, but whatever. We can fix that.
The pillowcase.
But she went to Amazon, and she went to sociallyawkwardstudios.com. She clicked on the Amazon banner, and she ordered me a new fucking pillow, which is really fucking rad. And you guys should go to sociallyawkwardstudios.com, and you should click on the Amazon banner and buy us pillows, too.
Wow. That was probably the longest circle to a plug ever, but it was awesome, and I applaud you, sir.
But yes,
it was fantastic.
Vegas was good, and
I don't do many plugs, but I did.
That was awesome. No, I liked it. So I guess it's about time to close out anyway.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I did finally find the video that I was talking about, so I want to go ahead and close out.
Oh, the one they had the aircraft?
No. This is like this is like more of a full song.
Oh yeah, cool.
You want to hear a full song. So
definitely.
So this is the video. This is the We Are MNK Ashton Kutcher or whatever, and this is the one where they're doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So until next week, guys, don't forget to check us out on the web at sociallyawkwardstudios.com. We're also at foureyedradio.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, the iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, the BlackBerry directory, the Blueberry directory, the Miro Guide, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, and SoundCloud. Not to mention Player.fm. So check us out. We're out there. And don't forget to check out our awesome sponsor, Raven, at Revenge Lover Designs.
Hell yeah.
And have a great week. Until next week, folks, why don't you just go ahead?
You know, you need to go to Vegas, and you need to tap some sass while you're there. Double down on the dong.
To the people, the good and the evil, this is war. The soldier, the civilian, the martyr, the victim, this is war.
Right here, right that, 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 right here, right that.
We gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot.
All that you give is what you want to live for. Stuck in a phase, it's got it by mistake. Your addictive poison is dragging me down. Trying to swim out, I'm stuck in watching me drown. I wanna be the one you call every day and night. Are you gonna be the one who's always gonna treat me right? And when we get together, turning down the lights. Need you 100, need you 100%.
Pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me as a sin. I won't tell a stack up, I'll give it a back up. Try and play the role and get a whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you got the feeling, then jump from the ceiling. Notice is a funk fest, someone's talking truck, so I'll pump them in the eye. And then I'll make the rock song, feel it. Funky, and jumpy, I got more rock. Got that junkie, so that's shot, so that's I got pop. This is the good, I came to get down, I came to get down. Get down, you can jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down.
Not many, if any, not many, if any. How many dudes you know got skills to go and rock a show like this? I don't know anybody.
Okay, so that's fucking legit. So that reminds me of this dude called Girl Talk. And Girl Talk just actually came here recently for the Pot of Gold Festival.
Okay.
So let me play you something that kind of reminds me of that, where it's like all this fucking mashup and shit. So I'll play the first track off their Feed the Animals album.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Play your part. My bitch a choosy lover, never fuck without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the fuck for $40 in the club. Fucking up the game, bitch, you get no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. A thousand on a papa, pulling millions off the line. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some hoes wanna choose, but them bitches too scary. Your bitch chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy. Hey, bend your back low. She do it with no hands. Now stop, pop, and roll. I'm smoking bubble hoe. Yeah, they in trouble hoe. I like the way she move. I'm undercover hoe. It's on once again. Patrol once again. I threw my head back, then I froze like a fan. West I walk it out. South I walk it out. East I walk it out. North I walk it out. Okay, we poppin' champagne like we wanna kill it. Let's get the game. Feel like I got on the table, play shit in the rain. Cause I'm on home, nobody about harder. I am the Birdman, I am G-Ara. Yeah, bitch, I'm paid, that's all I gotta say. What you know about that? What you know about that? Bitch, I'm paid, that's all I gotta say. What you know about that? Hey, I know all about that. Bitch, I'm paid, that's all I got to say. Can't see you little niggas, the money in the way. And I'm sitting high against the right place. If you ain't gon' ride fly, then you might as well hate. Shit, I gotta eat, yeah, even though I ain't know it ain't my birthday, but I got my name on the cake. Shit, believe that nigga, man, well playing, I'ma fuck around and put the ball brains on the gate. Hey, fuck you, let him play. I'm see I'm fucking dead body every day. Doing that, about me, doing shots.